Oh, hey. Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, all these mics are off.
Oh.
Never mind. Oh, wait, no, the mic is not off. Never mind. It's on. That's good. We are live.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome to Roll for Insight. So far with Lili and Meg, and Jess will be here soon, probably. We just figured we'd get started. So, I am a little bit high right now, and I'm really distracted because I just had to set up this whole, janky streaming system in my living room, and this lighting is just totally throwing me off. But I'm really excited that you all could join us as we go back and recap all of the episodes that we've done so far, including the two that we didn't stream, the two where Meg wasn't even at, sadly. When we first started the stream, actually, it was with our other friend Carly, but unfortunately Carly then bought a house in Innisfil and wasn't really able to get down to Toronto that much anymore. So then I was like, hey Meg, we played D&D together.
Yeah.
One time at a Toronto D&D meetup.
Yeah.
I did a voice like this.
Yes.
And you liked it.
I very much liked it.
It was a fun game. Yes. I don't really remember what else we did that game.
That was, we were on an island that people had, it was a really fun one-shot that we were sent to, destroy this monster or something. It was like a Frankenstein kind of deal, and beat the doctor, not the monster, but then, decided, did we give them mercy? We let them live, I think?
Because I think we, reunited the monster with the creator or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they wanted us to go back and kill the Empire. It seemed like there was, a bigger story at play. Oh, wait, maybe that's Jess now. Hello, Lili speaking. Yes, thank you very much. Have a good night, bye. That's how I answer the phone. Polite as fuck. Because that's a good way to do it.
Well, you never know who's on the other line.
Yeah, especially, most days you do, actually, Meg. It's called caller ID.
Yes.
Which maybe you would know about if you didn't have a Chinese spy phone company. Meg has a Chinese spy phone company as her phone.
I got a free smartwatch with the phone, so it was a good deal.
Worth it.
I got the phone, and then, a month later, it came out of, that they're spying on everyone. So, yeah, I have no privacy. It's fine.
None of us do, anyways.
True.
Oh, look. Here are...
Ah, there's the chat.
No, what isn't? That was 3 minutes ago. I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. It's okay. I'm sorry I forgot to put it up again. There's so many things to remember. Yes. How does Ben do this all the time?
Ben is just a good producer and knows everything.
Ben's a good person.
Yes,
generally.
Very much, yes.
Generally.
Generally better.
Okay, is this light better for my face? I think so. Alright. Okay. And then I have a keyboard here, which I will use for the chat. And then there's a little table here for drinks. And I think that's
one for here for water.
Yeah, and I think that's basically what we needed. Where are the D&D snacks? Well, I'm glad that you asked, Butter Knives.
Yes.
Because I have this giant jar of sour peaches. And there's another mini jar over there, but I couldn't grab it. So these are snacks. That's Jess. Jess is supposed to have more snacks, I think. Possibly ice cream. Hi.
Are we streaming already?
Yeah, we basically just started. We're chilling.
God. Oh my god, I almost just dropped a thing. Yeah, so there's ice cream and cheesecake.
Yay!
Ice cream and cheesecake!
Mom!
Oh my god, it's so good, it's so fun! That was a really high octave!
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be watching the gains. Swiss told me how to watch the gains, so...
The gains with the Z?
I think with an S, because they're not cool. Yeah, ice cream and cheesecake.
Right.
Yeah,
Mom-
there's ice cream and cheesecake.
Wait, what
Jess is
kind
the
of
best
ice
D&D
cream?
mom.
So it's Haagen-Dazs Extras with 2 A's.
Oh.
And a Z.
And 2 A's and a Z.
Can I have
And
the...
then, like, I got the fruity cheesecake selection, which has, like, orange and, like, lemon and key lime.
Ooh.
I need calories.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need
Yes,
some
please.
foods.
Can I have that charge cable while you're standing up right there, please?
This one,
Thanks.
which there are so many cables.
Oh,
This
that
one?
really long one, yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
This one. How do I? This is God. Yeah.
You know
sure.
what? My life is a mess.
No, it's not. Oh shit.
It is a mess. That was just proof of it.
I don't think so. I think it's good. Okay, so I have dibs on the cookies and cream because it's delicious.
Yes.
Are people actually like talking in chat?
Yeah,
A
a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Oh my god. Okay, so here, this is yours. It's like the brownie.
Brownies and cookie dough?
And cookie dough. Yeah.
Nice.
So if there's one thing that I want everybody to understand about girls is that we eat a lot and it's delicious and it's always okay for women to eat.
It's
Yeah.
also okay. I've seen some skinny shaming happen in my life, and it's also
yeah.
okay for some women who don't have as much as an appetite. That's not me,
Of course.
personally.
Oh no, I have like
But
no
I will
appetite
also
between like
say
7
that.
a.m. and 7 p.m.
Just
No, however, whatever size you are and however much
Yeah.
you eat, it's all good.
It is past 7 p.m. So.
Yeah, which means I want all the ice cream all the time.
Yes.
But where Lily? Where is
Oh,
some
I'm
spoons?
sorry to
It's in
hear
the first
skinny
drawer of
shaming
the-
has happened to people in the chat.
Oh,
That's-
sorry,
Aw.
Butter Knives.
Yeah.
First drawer of the thing. There should be spoons in there. If not, I
There's
think the
nothing in here.
dishwasher is
No,
clean.
there are spoons. They're just not in a dish divider.
Yeah, it's because Swiss is a crazy person. It also makes a lot of sense because we just take them out of the dishwasher and we just throw them in the drawer. It's actually
Yeah,
amazing.
Okay. You know what though? I should do that, but I don't.
So my favorite part about this apartment and my human being boyfriend person is that so the first time that Jess came over, she was like, "What's your Wi-Fi network?" And I was like, "Oh, it's."
I still need the Wi-Fi. Is that cheesecake in my spot?
Oh,
that cheesecake is
priorities.
in my spot. Oh yeah, of course.
So
Hi
our
everybody.
Wi-Fi
Oh wait,
network
okay, I'm
name-
gonna snuggle up with you.
Okay.
Hi everybody. We have oh no shit.
You could be in either cam if you
Oh,
wanted
we can be
to.
Zarper.
That's cool.
But in a friendly way.
I
Yes.
just pictured it as like I'm interviewing you guys.
Yeah, of course, amazing.
Yeah.
So in the context of skinny shaming, this shirt comes from the what? Oh good lord! What are you doing, Lil? What even is happening on
Nothing
Anyway.
happened.
So skinny shaming. So this t-shirt is a children's size medium from
Wow.
Gap Kids. I ordered it for my son who is 5. And it's a medium and it got to my house and I looked at it, I'm like, this looks too big for my son, and then I put it on and it fit me, and so this is my shirt. And then sometimes when I tell people, they're like, oh my god, you need to gain some weight, and I'm like, actually no, I don't, I'm just perfectly fine the way I am. But thank you. I eat a lot of ice cream, so cool.
We are all perfectly fine the way we are. Is this
We're all
stream even working? Why can't I watch it on Twitch?
Oh, are you having some ice cream?
Oh, yes.
Okay, yes. Cookies and cream is my favorite kind.
Why does it tell me that this is gonna be done in 4 minutes?
I don't know. Should we be done in 4 minutes? What do you think, chat?
It's Steph working. Okay, cool. That's cool. So now that we're talking,
Who is that and why did they say it when I'm really high? I love
Because
to
I'm
dance.
checking Twitch as well.
Okay.
And it's ad saying barely high is too high, so don't
Okay.
drive high.
I mean, they're right. But also, that's a weird ad.
Yeah.
they've been really into it. That was one of the main things of like Canadian cannabis legalization. Like the naysayers were just all like, people are gonna drive high and then they're gonna like, there's enough like road accidents per year, blah blah blah. And I was just like, yeah. And once again, you completely failed to miss the point that there's like way more cases of people driving drunk than driving high and getting into accidents.
I have definitely noticed that more people seem to be driving high because they're really slow. So, like, as soon as legalization happened, like, I noticed that, like, I'll be, like, stuck behind somebody, they'll be going, like, 40 kilometers an hour in a 60, and I'll be like, oh my god, this is so annoying, but at least they're not drunk. Because then they'd be, like, swerving at, like, 80.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, if you're gonna drive something, drive high rather than drunk, but actually just don't do either. Just don't drive high or drunk.
Drive sober.
Drive sober.
Yes.
Only sober. Only drive sober.
Good life lessons with
take a cab.
the dames tonight. Oh man, this lighting on your face is gonna drive me insane. Toronto is a place full of mirrored buildings all over the place.
It is. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty not great for streaming, actually.
I think the light on our faces are pretty.
Okay. If you guys like it, that's
It's
fine.
like a holy light from Cleriker.
Oh, that was such a nerdy thing to say.
You go 3 under the limit? 3 miles? Or 3...
3 kilometers under the limit.
That's such a random number to go
3
under.
though. Not anything, just 3. Just 3 under the limit. What is the limit? Who knows? The
There
world
is
is
no
strange.
limit.
There is no... Uh-oh.
What's that from again?
I don't know.
That sounds really familiar.
Somebody's distracted by the ice cream. That's okay, I'll distract you some more. It's so good.
Oh, I finally got
really
the
good ice
stream
cream.
to
I
work.
just got a bit of
Okay.
the cookie dough as well, and it was so good.
It's really good. So, you know what? Maybe we'll give away some ice cream on the stream. We'll, like, PayPal you, like, $5 and you can
Didn't you
get some of
promise
this.
to buy someone pizza
I did.
one time? Did you do that for anyone?
I did.
What? Who? Where?
The person who was like, Zara, buy me pizza.
Oh.
I bought him pizza.
Whoa. That's cool.
Yep. It was very nice of me. It was very nice of me.
Speaking of giving stuff away, weren't we giving stuff away?
We have something really cool to give away, you guys. Oh my god, it's so fun.
And it's cooler than ice cream, but it's
It is
not
so cool.
colder than ice cream.
We're gonna show you now, but we're not gonna give it away yet.
Whoa.
We're gonna, like, make you wait.
You have to wait until after the ice cream is done.
That might be a while, though. I get really slow. I think that's okay, though.
They have to wait a while.
You can just watch us for a really long time. Just, like, eat ice cream and, like, talk shit. It's amazing.
Wait, don't talk shit.
I'm
nice.
I am talking nice.
Oh,
talking shit. I don't
you
mean like talk
we
shit
talk
about
shit.
people.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I
talk
thought you
shit.
meant them in chat talk
they're
shit
not
at
gonna-
us.
Why would I?
don't
Yes,
know.
I'm gonna. Yes, you can all just like insult us
Fight
for like
me.
3 hours, and then we're gonna give you something. That totally makes a lot of
Don't
sense.
do it.
No. Is that our newest NPC?
This is
my God.
what did my
Is it
friend's kid named it for me?
Is it a Digimon?
No, it's a squishable. It is a blue monarch squishable.
Oh,
That's adorbs. I want one. Actually,
it's
I
my
don't.
fave.
I have so many stuffed animals in my house. I have probably 500 of them.
These are great though,
Just too
because you used to be able to get like extra large ones of them that were basically like beanbag chairs, but they were adorable. I like it. I like
very
holding
cute.
it.
Aww.
I don't have an animal companion, so. Anyways, this giveaway thing. What are
Yeah,
we
yeah,
giving
okay,
away?
so, alright, okay. You all got to, like, see my shorts for, like, a second.
Jess's shorts are cute.
They're really cute. They're from Abercrombie. Okay, so, like, look at this. Look at this box. It's, like, the coolest thing in the world. I picked it up today.
Great suspense building.
Okay. So, can you see it?
Yes.
So, you know how, like, Stormcrow is the best?
Stormcrow Manor.
Stormcrow
For
Manor.
those of you who don't know yet.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, so they are one of our lovely sponsors. And they give us cool things, and they also let us shoot photos there, and they also invite us to parties, and they also give us things to give to you. So there's actually 3 Stormcrows. There's the Manor, and there's the Tavern, and there's the Alehouse, and the Manor is in Toronto, and the Tavern and Alehouse are in Vancouver. Eventually, they may run out of, like, synonyms for, like, a place where you drink, but that has not happened yet. So, at the big party, that was, it was a Fan Expo and Stormcrow collaboration. It was Halloween in July, so if you go on our Instagram, if you go on Twitter, like, there's tons of photos. I dressed up as Black Canary and wore nothing but fishnets and a bodysuit, if you like that sort of thing. It was fun.
If you don't, then fuck you.
And I what?
I said if you don't like that kind of thing, then fuck you.
Well, I wasn't going to put it quite that way. If you don't like that sort of thing, then you can just choose not to look. But you might want to. So, at the party, they launched this tiki mug that is in the shape of Cthulhu. And it's, like, got this weird chamber for, like, dry ice, and it, like smoke comes out of its eyes. It's, like, the coolest thing ever.
Let's see it. What's in the box?
What's in the box? It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head!
That'd be sick. If it was like Gwyneth Paltrow's head mug.
Hasn't it?
I mean, like, it is sick now, but...
What?
spoilers.
Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
all right.
what?
Wait, what?
You haven't seen that movie yet?
No,
No,
she
I
hasn't.
have.
We've
Oh.
all seen
For
that
the
movie,
chat.
but they
Okay.
don't know what movie it is, and we're not gonna say it. Just
Okay.
there's a film
Also-
that ends with "What's in the box?" and then Gwyneth Paltrow's head is in the box.
I
and
feel like there's like a time limit on how long something, like if you
True,
haven't seen
very
it by
true.
now, like that's your fault.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
that is true. Like when somebody legit got mad that I like told them that Darth Vader was Luke
Whoa.
Skywalker's
Okay,
father,
yeah,
and
that's-
I was like,
That's wild.
"Are you 90 years old and or like yeah." Yes. Thank you, Butter Knives, for spoiling it for everybody. But also, it's not a spoiler because the movie's like 15 years old.
Sold.
Yeah. Okay.
Great
so
movie,
let me see if I can actually do this. It's packed in like a lot of protective packaging because it's actually like ceramic and it's really it's really delicate. So, is this like the coolest thing ever?
That is so cool.
It's like so it's even got like protective thing, and then it's like and then you put the drink
I
inside.
put my weed in that.
I was literally thinking, like, you could totally turn this into a bong if you wanted, and then smoke would come out of the eyes in a different
Whoa.
way.
And there's room for
Yeah.
a straw at the top too.
Yes.
You literally
like-
could make this into
you
a
would-
bong. You just need to make a little bowl, and then
The
you would
Bong
just
of
inhale out
Cthulhu!
Oh my gosh.
Ah, the Bong of Cthulhu!
Okay, so why didn't I
Jason's
get
gonna
one
kill
of those?
me.
I didn't get one of those swag bags either, because I came too late.
Well, clearly we need to give you one.
Mm.
But yes,
Yeah,
so this
need
is
two.
this is a Cthulhu Tiki mug / the Bong of Cthulhu. Apparently, if you're Lily,
Yeah.
please,
Lily's the
I would
coolest.
say please don't tell the person who made it that I said that, but I just said it on the internet on stream, so now everybody knows. That's
Everybody
okay.
knows.
That's
we
okay.
have no secrets.
Yeah, we have no secrets whatsoever. So, so his eyes are like that, and he's got like some runes. You can see, like, it's just really, really kind of awesome. And you could win him / Cthulhu is Cthulhu male? Do we know? I guess Lovecraft gendered him male. So yeah, he's okay. So you could win this Cthulhu at some point on the stream, and you can do with him what you will.
Whoa.
Whoa, it's so cool!
Sweet.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jess.
You're welcome.
And also included in that stuff that you'll win is something I'm going to show you, which I should have prepared while Jess was talking, but now
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
I have other things to show as well, if that helps.
Whoa, okay, yeah, you show those things, and I'll show these things.
We have stickers.
Stickers!
And
Look how cool.
Oh my gosh,
Trading
stickers
cards.
for the 10-year-old in you.
Yes. Look how colorful they are.
those
I-
say roll for damage.
Yes.
They do.
Go.
I'm a big fan of the multiple flowers. Reminds me of the evil flowers that tried to kill us, but yeah.
I wonder if someone could scan this QR code from the
Ooh.
screen and just go check us out right
Yeah.
now.
Because it brings the QR
Can
code
you do
brings
that?
that to our
I don't
link
think
tree
so.
and all our
my
social
gosh.
medias, I believe.
I think it's too bright on this
Social
camera.
medias.
Anyways, but yeah, we also have these lovely trading cards now of everyone. Oops. Sorry, this was turned around. Art done by Manook D&D. Shout out to Manook.
Woo, thank you.
So, you
Hi,
know,
Spirit of Night. How
they're
you
like,
doing?
Hi.
Hi.
So yeah, these are like part business card, part trading card, part like convenient link thing to your favorite dames. Also, I'm going to be at Gen Con, so, and Amanda's going to be there too. She's already there, which is why she's not here with us, sadly.
That's okay. I'm not mad at her. Actually, I am.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. And Maxine wasn't feeling well. I'm not mad at Maxine. I'm
No,
not
not
mad
at
at
her.
anyone. But I'm going to be at Gen Con with Amanda, and you can come get some stuff from me. If you see me, I'll be around. I'm DMing 32 hours in 4 days to earn my room.
What?
To earn a room that I'm sharing with 3 other people.
That's too
I'm
much
living the
DMing.
dream! I'm living the dream!
That certainly is a kind of dream.
I was gonna say too
That is-
earlier at Gen Con, one of my favorite like D&D artist people, DN Doggos, who made this wonderful shirt as well, is gonna be at Gen Con as well. You should check them out. If any people are online, you should check them out as well. It's the artist 4 dogs playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's adorable and really cute. And she's a lovely artist as well. I commissioned her to draw. For Christmas, my boyfriend's dogs, was it Willow the Druid and Sibley the Sorcerer, because she's lovely with charisma. And yes.
That's amazing.
That's
Yes.
adorable.
Yes.
That's
Would she draw my
adorable.
cats?
Yes.
Or is that a dog thing?
No,
Like,
she has drawn cats as well. They have.
I don't know if she's an expert in cats though.
On their, I think it's not on Etsy, but I think it's Teespring. But on their website, where you can get these T-shirts as well, and they're lovely. They have some cat pictures as well. So you can get some cats on your T-shirts as well. So yeah, you can check it out. And yeah.
Can I tell everybody something that's really exciting that I think we talked about last time, but I'm gonna say again because it's really cool. So you all know who Ed Greenwood is, right? Okay, so like chat guys, like you know who Ed Greenwood is?
Do you know who Ed Greenwood is, Jess?
I do. Do you know who Ed Greenwood is?
I do.
I can hear the keyboards typing. Oh, someone actually knows.
Yes.
I was gonna say
Jared's gonna
okay.
win.
the typing.
But
of,
he made the Forgotten Realms, like you know, like all the places that we like, you know, like Waterdeep and like Faerun and like Ravenloft.
The
and all
world.
Those. The
of
world.
D&D.
Okay, so he made. Okay, so guess who is playing in a live action D&D game, DM'd by Ed Greenwood on August 17th?
Who, Jess?
That's
Who?
us! It's all three of us! Oh my god!
Wait,
So
all
exciting!
three of us?
Yes.
Actually? I thought it was only some of us.
No, well, no,
Oh.
you and me, the three. One, two,
Oh,
three.
okay.
There are three. One,
Yeah.
two, three. There
Fuck
are three
yeah.
of us.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. Isn't that so cool? Okay.
That's fucking cool.
So there is a thing. It's called Massive Adventure. It's I will drop the link in chat in just a second as soon as I've stopped screaming about it.
You keep talking. I've got
Okay.
the-
All right. Mike's got it.
Good
Okay.
team.
So yeah. So they asked us. It's like this. It's in Port Hope, Ontario, which is a little close to Toronto. It's
an
small.
hour east. It is small, but it's in the same park that the new movies have been filmed as well. So yeah.
That's less appealing to me because I don't want to get killed by an evil clown. I'd rather just be But
Yeah.
you know, like if you gotta go some way,
Yeah.
I guess there are maybe not worse ways actually. So so it's where it was shot. But they're having this big D&D festival. They're expecting hundreds and hundreds of people. You guys can come along, like we'll be there. So if you want to come say hi, like if you want to come up to Port Hope, it's a beautiful little town. You can come and see us.
And if you're a girl, you can play in a game with us, I think they said.
Yeah,
That
well, you
we-
can. You don't have to be a girl to play in a game with us.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like we can. Like, wait, what? Huh? What? Who deleted what?
Oh, I just tried to type in the link and link.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
deleted.
because you're
Oh,
not a
no.
mod on our thing. What's the link, Meg?
Here, just Discord it or like
Yeah.
WhatsApp it. We have a little.
We can add it.
We have a group chat.
Put it on
guys.
our link tree. Yo, send me
yeah.
a Discord message or on our WhatsApp, and then I'll put the thing
Okay.
in the link
I
tree.
just sent it up.
And
to
then
you
go
on
to our
WhatsApp.
link tree.
Okay, so while they're internetting,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you all about this. So what we're doing is that Ed Greenwood, like the actual literal Ed Greenwood, who, by the way, has had to unfortunately cancel his appearances at Fan Expo and at the CNE, but he is still doing this. So if you want to see Ed Greenwood at all, you have to come to Port Hope and see us. So Ed Greenwood is DMing a live action game in the band shell. And there's two sets of players. There is the set that's actually doing the playing and like figuring out what to do, and he's like created this whole dungeon like custom for us for this group of people. And Meg is going to be playing one. Who are you playing? You're playing like the cleric.
The cleric.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Lili is playing the lich, which is amazing. Yeah, she has like the best lich voice. And then there's also a set of players who are like we're the kind of it's strange. They've made us costumes and then we're like posing like according to what the players are doing. So I'm like this. I'm supposed to be the fighter. So I'm gonna just be like posing, and then they have like artists doing like quick sketches of us, and then they're gonna like collate all of those sketches into like a little chapbook and then sell that. So it's this really interesting like concept, but like I'm just kind of amazed because like look, we have been doing this since May, and now we get to play with Ed Greenwood. Like I feel like it's like a Star is Born, right? It's like
Someone in chat was just like, you guys
like-
are a big deal, eh? Because you're like, he's like, I just stumbled across your stream.
Aw.
And I was like, we're not a big deal. We're just like some very lucky ladies.
We
Yes.
are extremely lucky. Like honestly, like I like this is it's like ridiculous how lucky I feel about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is Like, and honestly, it's because it's, like, in large part because of you guys. Because you guys are the ones who come and watch us, like, be on the internet as our characters and DM. We wouldn't have anything or be anywhere without you all. So
I mean, we'd have some things.
I still
have my Fluttershy. Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't actually, because I got this thing when I visited the Lucky Rogue in Dallas, and I wouldn't have her if I didn't have D&D.
I definitely would not have gone out and bought ice cream. I would not be eating ice cream if it wasn't for all of you.
Yes. That's
So thank you. Yes. Thank you for my ice cream chat.
Okay.
Also,
I love you all.
Spirit of Night, you went to school in Port Hope. I was born and raised in Coburg, so small town friends. Yeah.
Small town friends. Oh. I'm sort of from St. Louis, but that's not so much a small town as like a Racistville, USA. Slightly.
Yeah.
Racistville, USA.
Whoa, I don't know. Yeah,
Coburg
it's kind
isn't
of weird.
racist. We're just very white, but improving.
Did you say white but approving?
Improving.
Oh, okay.
It is an improvement.
We're getting
when
more,
things become more diverse.
Whoa,
Yes.
Butter Knives is also from Port Hope? What?
Yeah.
Maybe is there something we should know about all y'all? Is Port Hope like this like spawn point for D&D people?
Whoa! Can you imagine?
They just like walk out fully formed from the band shell. That'd be great.
Okay, I dropped the link in chat for the thing.
I do hope we'll see like some of you there. Mm-hmm. We'd love to meet you all because y'all are so lovely.
Yeah, bring us ice cream.
You don't even have to bring us ice cream. Just bring us yourselves. I mean, ice cream wouldn't go awry. Like,
listen to me. Well, listen to me.
I mean, they've given me a very warm costume and it's August, so ice cream I'm sure would be helpful.
Warm costume.
There was D&D in grade 8. I didn't hear about D&D until like I moved away and went to university. So I'm a little bitter that now it feels like as soon as I left, D&D came to like Northumberland County, but I'm glad that it's come because
it's the Renaissance.
Very true. It needs to be shared. It's an amazing, beautiful thing that introduces to more beautiful people, lovely ladies included.
Yay.
I just never got to play D&D when I was a kid because nobody else wanted to play with a girl. It was all just like a bunch of boys who were like meh, 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 meh. And I was just like but and they were like no, and I was like well shit.
Which is
so
cool,
I never got to play.
Because now guys comment on our Instagram page about how exclusive our game is because we don't allow boys on it.
Oh, I know. Like, I felt bad about that for about 3 seconds, and then I was like, meh, oh well,
I was like, I'm sorry, I don't...
Yeah, oh well.
I don't get it. I've just heard some horror stories, you know? Sometimes, like, it's not that we hate men. We all have boyfriends.
Bite Night says, I wasn't allowed to play D&D because it was satanic. Aww. But that sucks. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, that's wild. I thought that
I
was
hope you
like
play even more
early
now.
90s thing.
Yeah. Isn't that like an 80s
Jared! You're supposed to keep my secrets. You're not supposed to reveal that I like cry to you about people who comment on my Instagram. It's okay. I wasn't actually crying. I was just mad because I'm like, I've just heard some horror stories, you know, of girls like playing games with guys and the guys just being like, I don't want to be triggering for anyone, but like very graphic and like very inappropriate at the table. And it's just like, yeah, of course we could be playing with guys. I play in games with guys all the time, but like this is our game. Like this is our world. And I'm not going to apologize to nobody for that. But side note, speaking of guys and other people and inclusive communities, if you're here from Axis Tavern, sorry that was such an awkward segue, but if you're here from Axis Tavern, here's your first tavern cue. If you are not a part of Axis Tavern, you should check out the D&D Discord community in the link in the panels below. And hang out with some really cool all-inclusive D&D folk. We do online games. We have a guild system. We have a point system. Bi-weekly giveaways. Rylene, who's in chat right now. What's up, Rylene? Rylene won a gemstone die.
Oh, they got that?
Wait, literally actual gemstones?
Yeah, so this isn't the one that she won, but this is one that I have from the same seller.
Can I win
Wizards.
that? I don't think I can win that if I'm on the stream. I want it.
They're heavier than you expect too, because they're like
they're crystal. This is actual
beautiful.
That's so pretty. I want it, but I can't have it because it's not mine.
I have now 5 gemstone dice sets, and I love them all very much. So yeah, Axis Tavern. plug your command in, get your XP, and I think we'll get started with the actual recap, because we lured you all here promising you that and then didn't do it. But you know, that's okay. That's okay. We got excited about other things. Yeah. I did say in the description of this video, I was like the one where we talk about everything that's happened, and we literally just talked about like everything that's happened. So it all makes sense.
Oh, did you want to talk about the James Making Games panel you're going to be on too?
Oh yeah, I mean while we're just talking about all the things that we're doing, I'm also going to be on a panel for Dames Making Games next month, and talking about creating worlds in Toronto. Oops. So that's really cool.
Performance and like streaming and playing and women and things.
Yeah. Jess is going to teach me what I'm talking about.
I will at some point. I was just like, I
just need coaching. I get a little distracted.
Right. You know what? I'm the key messages, right? Key messages. So I'm like, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually like a professor in real life. Like I'm a professor of public relations, and so we talk about like what I teach about in class. Like we talk about like, putting together key messages and figuring out like, contingency plans and doing like crisis communications planning and all this stuff. But yes, key messages are key. So we'll figure out what the key messages are for the panel. Excellent. And then it'll be good. Okay, classroom is done. It's the summer, so I'm off work and I'm not teaching, so that's the most I will teach at all. No more PR.
But you will still bring us snacks.
Yeah, well, that's great. Not teaching. That's just snacking.
Yes.
Yeah. I just ate almost all that ice cream, by the way.
That's fine. I wasn't hungry for ice cream yet. I also just realized I don't have a notebook over here. Sorry.
Oh, I also don't have a notebook. I forgot my notebook over there.
Okay. Over here?
Yeah, I think it's over there. It's somewhere.
Is it in your purse?
It is not in my purse. I think it's on the thing. I think it might be in one of the bags that I brought from the grocery store. Do you know that in Toronto you have to pay 5 cents for a grocery store bag? It is very silly.
Isn't that all Ontario?
Maybe it's all Ontario.
Because I know,
it's in a lot of places now.
Yeah.
Plastic bags are ruining the world.
They really are.
Do you want a pen or a pencil?
I am agnostic when it comes to writing implements. Thank you.
You get my cool Jaeger.
And these were gifts from our lovely DM who we love so much.
Yes. Aww. And they look even better with these stickers on them.
They do. I didn't put any stickers on mine.
Oh,
I need a sticker. Oh, stickers.
I know, right?
Yeah, I should have given one to Jim Zub today because Jim Zub is lovely and he wrote the Young Adventurers Guide and I was just at a Stormcrow event for him. So, okay, I'm going to use the rose gold one. Super pretty.
All right.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's it. It's all right. It's okay. I will forgive you. There we go.
10 cents.
Whoa, what's happening?
Wait,
Are
what?
you writing this?
No, it's just...
That's just me
things are just happening on the screen and just...
Awkward. Sorry you missed the thing, Spirit of Night. I'm sorry we didn't do any catching up, but hopefully you get to catch up soon, because that'd be cool. Hey Meg, can you mouse and close that window?
There's the mouse.
Oh, did we say that we're Twitch affiliates now?
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're Twitch affiliates now. Yeah, there's so many things to catch up on.
Okay.
So we're now. Why are we mirrored now? I don't help.
What? No, that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay, but wait, but we can't see chat now.
Oh yeah, pull up if you click that one, yeah, and then the thing that says chat.
We're still learning. We're still learning. There we go.
Okay. Do you need any of the other tabs?
Nope, that's it. Okay. I got it over here.
So we are now Twitch affiliates, and it's really cool, which means that you can actually subscribe to our channel now, which is fun. I don't know how you do that, but if you know how to do that,
up here somewhere.
Yeah, something there, like
maybe?
That. And you can, I think, cheer for us with stuff.
We're learning.
Bits.
Cheer for us with bits that we'll figure out how to use.
I don't actually know how to use them, but apparently you can do that if you really want.
Well,
I don't know how.
If you have any suggestions on how to Twitch,
if you know how to Twitch and we don't,
please.
We're just sitting here with like an accidental Twitch channel with people watching us. So like,
we just need to call Ben and be like, Ben, do you know how to Twitch?
Do you know how to Twitch?
Ben also said he hasn't really used bits and stuff. Oh, you don't see a subscribe button?
Oh no. Okay, I will figure. Can we figure that? Can we do a thing?
I mean, like, I don't really want to.
No, I don't really care. Whatever, it's fine.
Just to do it.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out
Next time
someday.
we stream, there'll be a subscribe.
We'll figure it.
I think you have to be like a Twitch Prime member to do it or something.
That makes sense.
So that might be why. But we'll just get started with the actual what we're here to do and down to the meat of it. So, as you guys may or may not know, we actually started this stream before the stream started. So we had 2 unaired episodes where we were doing like a session 0 and testing things out. That was with one of our original players, Carly, who unfortunately wasn't able to make it because she bought a house and moved away. So
right? Who does that? Okay.
Adults, I think.
Yeah.
Responsible
yeah.
folks. I'm actually
we don't need
super
those
jealous.
people.
I'm kind of like wishing that I was out in the middle of nowhere right now, living out in the quiet of the country.
Yeah,
I guess I will be when we go to
Yes.
Port Hope.
Yes.
That'll be lovely.
Yes.
That'd be really
It's
nice.
very quiet.
So yes. So we had 2 episodes that weren't aired. They were actually at Stormcrow Manor. Thanks again to Stormcrow Manor.
Thank you. Stormcrow is the best.
So Jess, what do
Yes.
you remember from that?
I tripped over a root and and then I turned into a druid even though I'm a wizard and they told me my skin would turn green.
All right, so those are the key highlights of session 1.
Well, there was other stuff too. I think Cassie did a really bad performance and
there was a lot of things. So they started off actually in Waterdeep. Yeah, I know the glare is bad, Yoshi. I'm sorry, I can't fix it. All my weed paraphernalia is like right here.
Is there
so I can't move
there's
it.
there no window treatments on your windows?
No, we're poor
So what-
people.
No, but here, like move over here. Come squish with us.
No,
on
it's
this one.
okay. I think I look great.
You
Maybe
do
it's just
you
my
do look
TV.
great. We're here, yeah. So just
I'll just
oh my
stop
God.
moving.
No, just move your head in front of the sun.
Yeah, it is in front of the sun right now.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, no, it was. Oh,
Perfect.
ah.
You know what? Everyone can just
Holy Lily, there you go. You're an
Holy
ASMR.
Lily. Okay. It'll be gone soon enough. It's been in the
Okay.
process of setting. So
as it does.
as it does. Look, it's fine. It's not fine. Whatever.
It's
If
fine.
I stay facing this way, nope.
Just look at us instead.
All right. Cool. You guys keep an
Sorry.
eye on the chat.
Okay.
So in session 0, I have to look at them. I'm talking to them right now. In session 0, we started off in the city of Waterdeep, and the girls were all living their separate lives when suddenly like a scroll appeared out of the air in front of them. And it invited them, with their unique talents, to the home of Alessia Jardeth, who is a very famous Waterdavian noble lady who was known for a lot of like charity things. She's like a socialite, essentially. So that happened. Cassie and Carly's character Trizzle actually weren't able to read their letters because they were both illiterate characters. So Cassie showed up. She just went there immediately because she saw like the signature or something, and I think she recognized that there was like payment involved or money or something. So she just showed up there, and then when the guard was like, "You're not supposed to be here until tomorrow," she slept in front of the manor, and just hung out there until it was time. And it's okay to be distracted by the ice cream.
I'm also distracted by ice cream.
I'm distracted by everything.
Mm.
So easily. So that happened, and then eventually everyone else showed up. I forget how Trizzle figured out what day it was to go there. Funnily enough,
'cause I think
Maxine
she's
and
smart.
Amanda were the ones who took notes during that first session, and they're the ones who are not here, so...
It's okay. They're the responsible ones. I just don't take notes. It's bad.
Yeah, me neither.
Worst professor.
I'm trying to do more now because we have the World Anvil and stuff. By the way, if you want to check out our World Anvil and my scrabbly scroob of notes, it's in the Twitch panels below. It's like down over there or whatever. Yeah, Jess is really selling this ice cream right now. It's very
It's so
distracting.
It's really good. It's like, here, I'll show you. There's the French version, which is I can't speak French. And it's cookies and cream, but it's like good Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream.
Wow, these new cameras are really good.
Yeah, really good. I like them.
I don't really know which one my I think this one is my original camera, which is why it's fecking up. Cookies and cream. Yeah, I didn't get any ice cream.
There's still
Here.
a whole thing there.
Ice cream.
I don't know if I want any ice cream.
Here, have
Maybe
an
I'll
ice
try
cream.
some of this. So how did you feel about receiving that note when you got it that first day? How did Zara feel?
I think Zara was kind of like,
She had been in the library.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think she was just really excited to read something that was outside of what she was supposed to be reading. Because she was sort of at the point where, like, she had kind of, she was just done with librarying. She was done with, like, she was like, if I have to read another book that I'm supposed to read for this research that I don't even really want to do, I will probably, like, just, like, lie down and cry.
So was she still in, like, grad school and then got this note and then that's when she decided to drop out?
Basically.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
she just, like, left. She just ghosted on grad school.
What was the timeline of that thing that happened with her professor?
I think it was relatively, like, soon before that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that was kind of, like, one of the last straws for her. Excuse me, but it wasn't just because and so just for context, like, the thing that happened with her professor is that she was, like, working with this professor, and he, like, made some move on her, and he was a brilliant professor, and she is, like, you know, I mean, her intelligence is, like, 19, so she's, like, she's a smart lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so she was basically like, what are you talking about? This isn't what this is. I thought you thought I was really smart. I thought that's why you were interested, but actually they were just interested because sex. And so she was, like, offended. She was just like, how dare you? Like, this is like you, but, like, also, like, how dare you insult my intelligence? Like, and so it sort of made her have this, like, reckoning of, like, what the hell am I even doing here? But it's not really just because of the professor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't just because of this. It was also,
that was
like,
just kind of like a bit of a wake-up call, I think, right?
Yeah.
That, like, maybe she's not enjoying this as much as she should be.
Yeah. Like, I think it was almost like a catalyst that made her sort of really look at her life and look at, like, what she was doing and realize, like, I don't even want to do this. Like, I don't even want to, like, you know, do this research and, like, write another book that's just going to be put in a library that other people can read and, like, you know, 3 people are ever going to read. Mm-hmm. This is clearly, like, based on some of my own experiences being, as I am a professor. Although I didn't drop out of grad school. I did get my PhD. Mm-hmm. But
PhD'd
at times
it.
I PhD'd it, PhD, yeah. But... like, I definitely wanted to at some points, but this is not me. So she basically is just like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm just, like, fuck this library shit, and I want to go and have an adventure. And then this letter shows up, and she's like, amazing, an opportunity, bye. And so she did, and she went, and now is she happier? I don't know. She's definitely, things are more interesting.
You don't think she's happier?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote on her
She's
card
happier.
that she's happier. I wrote, she's now learning how to find her own path.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Things
plug for
aren't
the
as
cards.
easy in some ways, but they're much better.
The next
They're
round
harder
I
better.
do of these, I'm going to have your, like, character stats on them. Like, real trading cards.
Oh!
Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much.
God, I'm so smart. I'm so smart.
You're so smart.
Why can I not see our viewer count on this Twitch thing that I'm watching?
What does it matter? We have our lovely chat people.
Yeah, I just
People
like,
who are viewing, and we love you, and I don't care how many of you there are.
I agree. I also am just trying to be a good Twitch producer and monitor things, monitor the goings
Fair.
on. There's a lot. I'm also being like the dungeon host and trying to ask questions. I also have this notebook here, and I haven't written any notes yet. But it's
That's
okay.
okay.
I have a video notebook that is this thing.
It's a vote book. No, that's a terrible... No, I should stop
It didn't
talking.
make sense.
Meg, what about you? How did Harper feel?
Wait, no, we're going in order.
Oh, right, okay.
We need to
All
catch Meg up as well. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how Zara felt when she got her note, and that's what her note was. Trizzle was working in her workshop. She was working on... Trizzle was a weird... She wasn't... I don't want to use the word weird. She was
totally
different, unique, kind of dragonborn with, like, a stunted arm that had a used mage hand for a lot of things instead.
Ooh.
God, I love Carly's character. She made the best mini for it too. She actually like made a little mini with like a stunted arm and like a giant gemstone and stuff.
That's amazing.
It's the best.
She'll come and guest on the stream at some point.
Oh yeah,
If
absolutely.
she can get away from her house.
Yeah, that was the tough part. She said she'd be available in August, so I think
go.
August will be the month of some guest streams.
Nice.
And I actually have some stuff that might make sense for why that happens. Anyways,
Oh, I wonder because I'm not gonna be in the next episode because
yeah,
I'm gonna be up like Northern Ontario. I'm gonna be in Sioux Lookout. I know, right? I know you're like, wow, that's far.
Yeah.
It is so far. It is
Okay.
so far. Anyway.
At least this is the time to do it. Like, in the middle of winter would just be, like, absolutely miserable.
Oh, completely. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But my brother lives there. He's a doctor there.
Oh,
so I'm like,
nice.
yay. And there's a blueberry festival, so I'm just going to eat a lot of blueberries
that'll
and
be
go
so
fishing.
fun.
And be on a lake.
Oh.
It's going to be really fun. But I'm going to miss
That
all
sounds
y'all.
awesome. But Genevieve will be back with Flynn, so that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that was how Trizzle got her note, and then I think Amanda Bree was just at the brothel. I think she had just finished up with a client.
Finished up at the
Yeah.
Was that when she bit the guy's?
I think it was, or that might have just been a story we made up in session 1. I don't really remember.
I don't remember. I don't know.
No, well, something like that. And it was a note from a lady named Alessia Jardeth, who is a Waterdavian noble. And she invited you over to her house to give you some kind of quest that involved some kind of money and adventure. Everyone accepted the quest and showed up at the house. Cassie showed up at the wrong time, but that's fine. Everyone else got there, and they met Alessia. What was your first impression of Alessia?
She was like, I didn't trust her.
You guys hated her, actually.
We
what I remember.
We didn't. Yeah, like I sort of looked at her and I was like, well, you're clearly this is all a face. This is all like you're putting on a show here. I don't know why, and what you want with us, but none of this makes sense.
Yeah. So one of the first things she did was she was like, I have this artifact from the Avarian Forest. She wanted them to go to the Avarian Forest, which she had read about in research. She was like obsessed with like artifacts and like history and ancient things. And so she had tasked you guys with going and finding the Avarian and bringing her back a purple flower with a gold center with pixie dust in it. And she was like, I have an artifact that will help you get to the forest. And lo and behold, that artifact was Artem. R.I.P. Artem.
What?
What? Is he dead?
He's resting peacefully.
Don't do that to us. Let the record show that our dungeon mistress is mean. But in a good way. And also, I just ate all that ice cream. There's no more ice cream.
Good job, Jess.
Thank you. I'm gonna put the
applause
other
for Jess.
Yay, ice cream!
Celebrating healthy eating habits.
Since
2001.
JK, there's still a full other pint.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put it in the freezer because it's melted.
Oh, sweet. While you're up there, can you get me one of my savory tuna buns? From this box, please?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Savory
They're
Cool.
Chinese,
Awesome.
I think. They're the best. So she gave you guys Artem, and Artem, who...
There are several types of them.
No, they're all just the same one. Just bring me the big one, please.
Okay. These are all savory tuna buns?
Yeah, they're for my road trip tomorrow. Because I got 10 hours in going to Gen Con.
Wait, you're driving to Gen Con?
Uh-huh.
Where
the plane tickets were like $1,000. It's a 10-hour drive.
Where is Gen Con again?
Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah. I went to camp like near Indianapolis when I was a kid. It's
Did
a
you
lovely.
drive there?
I drove there from St. Louis, so it was 4 hours. But that is a very long road trip, and I'm sorry. And also, it's gonna be fun.
Road trips.
Yeah,
I
road
like
trips are fun.
driving.
Okay, well, eat all the tuna.
I
Also,
will.
I lost my pen because it slightly fell.
It's right there.
Oh, it is there. Okay.
Oh.
It's okay. Here we go. Now you don't get to see my shorts like every time I walk by the camera. Whee, it's fine.
Thanks, Arlene. Tavern Q for you. For being nice always. You're the best.
Also, there's still cheesecake.
Yes.
Still cheesecake.
We will get to all of it. There's also
Yeah.
these giant jars of sour pie.
Oh, yeah.
What? Sour?
Yeah. There's one, the bigger
I don't know where the
one.
big one went.
poofed.
Oh, it's big. It's back here.
Yeah. Actually, can I? Yeah.
I want this. I want some. Okay.
Yeah, eat it. Eat all
This
of
is
it,
like
please.
the night where Jess just like eats all the sugar. Yay! Yay!
So, you met up with Alessia. She gave you Artem, and then Artem. You found out Artem's story. He had been separated from the forest for about 100 years, and because of that, the magic had leached from him, and he had kind of like crumpled up into a little ball.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a little crazy and a little lost, but he said that he could feel the forest within him and that he would lead you back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where he led you to was a giant lake.
Like a puddle. It was more like a pond, like a sort of...
Oh, yeah. A small pond.
It was like a pond.
That was like a bit outside of the city.
Mm-hmm. We sort of like, and it was dark, I think. Mm-hmm. And then he just like ran off. He's like, oh, it's that way. And then we like chased him on horses and like couldn't get him, and we kept rolling like a 2. And we were trying to hobble him, and we were like, no. And then he just like jumped into the pond and then didn't come up, and we were like, okay, cool. Something must be in there.
Mm-hmm. So they followed him in. Mm-hmm. And I think Amanda was the first one to go in. Mm-hmm. She was very suspicious, though, as Brie always is.
Yeah, but typical rogue to press the big button and just jump in.
Yeah. So she waded in, and she found herself in that demi-plane between the Avarian and the material plane, where you guys ended up during your communion with the Avari druids. So... everyone followed. You all ended up in this demi-plane. And Artem was like, don't touch those trees. You should definitely not touch those trees.
Yeah, he was like, don't.
But the trees were very close together. And Trizzle and Zara both tripped and touched some trees. However, Trizzle saved on all of her wisdom saving throws, whereas Zara didn't. And Zara had a vision. What was that like?
It did. It was strange. I was actually worried that you were just gonna like kill my character, or she was just gonna like go like slightly like permanently nuts, and I was gonna end up having to like play this character who was a bit like Luna Lovegood, but which would have been fine, but maybe not. But so no, it was like it was just this like communion with the forest, and the forest like sort of spoke to Zara, and
it made her promise.
And made me promise always to protect it. And promise to always consult it, and to, to like basically to be one with it in some way. And so I did, because I didn't want to die. But also,
you did, honestly.
But, no, I did. It was just this weird sort of like almost spiritual, well, specifically spiritual experience of, wow, this is actually something that I want to protect and I care about. And after having done scholarship that I didn't really care about for so many years, it was such an experience to like actually encounter something that I wanted, that I like actually encountered like a desire to like do a thing, like genuinely. And so I came out of this trance, and then
they were in the Avarian. So that was pretty magical. Those were the first time I saw your eyes. I was rewatching session 4 for the Roll for Insight on Saturday, and I just like couldn't stop laughing because sometimes your eyes get so big.
Mine?
Like you just do this like, and I'm like, I can't even open my eyes that big. My eyebrows just go up and down, like.
It's funny because like I've always been like slightly insecure about like thinking that my eyes are really small, but I think actually they're not. I think I just
There's
like
something wrong with small eyes.
There is nothing. No, like just because like I felt like they didn't match my face because like other parts of my face, like my nose, are more not so small. So I was just like, do I have this face that like doesn't really match? But like actually no, I think it just works.
It's very cute.
Thank you. Aw, you guys. Aw. Anyway,
it made me laugh a lot. It was that,
so
and Maxine had a little alfalfa sprout coming out of her bun. And
Did you really?
I laughed like so many times during that stream because the camera would just catch that or your wide-eyed look, and I'd just be like, oh my god.
Would she act like a fake alfalfa sprout? Or
no, it was like, so she had like that big like donut bun, and there was just like one little like, from the Little Rascals, the little like. Alfalfa sprout. And it was amazing, and it was just like bobbing around on the screen. God. So that was episode 1. Oh, and then Bruto found you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bruto was the first one to greet them in the forest.
Yeah, Bruto, and he's like, oh, fine.
Yeah, he was not happy with seeing you there.
No.
So then we did the next session, also at Stormcrow, because that was pretty fun. That was like a really fun session that went by fast, and everyone had some really good characters. Our session 2 was when Bruto brought you guys to Lystra.
That's right. And that's when Carly had to keep going to like talk to her real estate agent. But yeah, it was short but sweet, but like really good. And so yeah, that was where we first saw the city.
Yeah. What else happened? You guys didn't meet Riviere that episode, did you?
I don't think so.
No, well, session 1, the actual first stream that we met Riviera for the first time.
Did we just play for like an hour?
I think we played for like an hour. I think we kept having to like leave the table.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I had to go take a phone call, and then like Carly had to go take a phone call, and then we just like drank a bunch of like Stormcrow drinks and then left, and we were sad. And then after that, Carly was like, "Oh, we can't do the stream." And that's when when Meg joined. That's when we were like, "That's okay." I mean, we miss Carly, but like we were like, "Yay, Meg, come over!" And we're so happy now.
Yeah. It went really well. Still definitely excited to have Carly on the stream, but
Yes.
yeah. So session 1 of our stream was
eaten by Twitch.
Was eaten by Twitch because I didn't know how to Twitch and I didn't know that it would get deleted after 2 weeks. So we just have like all this extra stuff that now this will be the only documentation of it.
Yeah, except for you did the highlights. So like we did like the character intros and like the whatever intros.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A lot of it got eaten by Twitch. But in that episode, Bree had a date with Piero and went for a walk in the just outside of Lystra. They went for a little walk. That was like Piero's favorite spot. Piero is one of the guys that works for Bruto. Also hasn't been seen in a few episodes. Who knows what happened to him. But then they went for a walk, and that's where they met Harper. Yeah. What was Harper doing?
She was it was somewhat early in the morning, right? So normally Harper is an early bird. She has been in the routine of getting up, doing like some cardio, push-ups, doing a run. So she was probably doing that and just finishing her run within the forest, and probably because they were around a pool, so probably was just in the water, just splashing her face, cooling down after doing her morning routine.
Okay, yeah, so she was just chilling.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting her life to change in that moment.
Whoa. Are we ever?
Yeah.
No.
Actually, there are times where I'm like, my life will change here, and then it doesn't. Nothing ever changes, but also everything always changes.
Your life is with the stream. We do it with a lot of D&D.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it would have changed my life either way because I'm like making new friends, and it would have, like, life is always and never changing, which is amazing.
It's almost a never-ending story.
Okay.
What's that from?
The Never-Ending Story.
Oh.
and most recently, Stranger Things.
Wait, what?
Oh,
yeah.
I knew I recognized it when I heard it in Stranger Things, but I just thought it was one of those bad, like, 80s rock songs or whatever.
I mean, it is, but also it's from a film/book.
I don't really remember that movie at all. I think it scared me when I was a kid.
It scared everybody. It's like The Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Like, everybody
They're
says
remaking
they... Oh, yeah. Well, we all like it now, but none of us liked it when we were 5.
That's true. That's true.
It all freaked us out. But, yes. So... Yeah, I don't know. Life changing. Cool.
So you would have, when you were Harper and when you were, washing your face off at the stream that day, you had heard of the newcomers to the forest. This is something that, like, is going to be, potentially a DM thing or not, or, like, I don't know, but, like, how do you think that people in the forest can sense that they're outsiders? What do you think it would be about them from just their appearance?
Oh,
you can comment on this too, Jess, if you want. Like if you
beyond
have any
their
ideas.
appearance.
Well, I mean, like, there's obvious things like the different slangs and rituals when you speak to them, but like Harper knew right away that she was one of the Beyonders, right?
Yeah, I wonder if there's maybe something with like because the forest is so like treated as this entity within everyone in the forest, right? So even just like things of hitting leaves when you walk past, you don't do because it's the forest. It's the thing that provides for you. So even just the way that you walk, you make sure that you stay on the path and you don't hurt the other plants around. So things like that. I like that.
That is interesting. Yeah, like almost like a subconscious kind of
reverence
and cultural. It's like how like I don't know, when I feel like I can tell Americans like here, like because there's just like a way that people carry themselves like in particular cultures, like it's and it's not like better or worse, it's just like Like, and when I lived in England, people generally figured I was North American because even just like fashion choices or like really subtle like things that you do or don't do, or like ways that you like carry yourself, or like gestures that are common or whatever.
Absolutely.
Oh, someone really wants to see the shirt. It is Dungeons and Doggos.
Where did you get that from, Megan?
From Teespring/Dungeons and Doggos. Check them out, DN Doggos, on their social medias. They're a really great artist and really great person.
Did you see that they actually released a set of D&D dogs?
Yes, they were part of a Kickstarter that did that, and they're really awesome. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is Dungeons and Doggos. They're awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my dog.
Oh my dog.
Yes.
Get it.
Yes.
Ronan is
Cool.
one of the mods in my server, and his dog is the cutest, and it's one of the tavern mascots. We have emojis for him. Bowie's such a good boy!
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yes, I know. I love D and Doggos. This was like, I don't normally get things online, but I really want to support them, and this is like one of my favorite shirts. So sorry, just to totally burn things off.
No,
the
that's
rails,
okay.
But, yeah.
I also want to show off my
shirts.
shirt.
Yes.
We all wore nerdy shirts today.
What does it say?
It says,
I'd
critically hit that.
I want it!
I don't know.
I'd critically hit that.
I have an affiliate code for it if you want it.
Oh my good lord. I want it, but I wouldn't wear it.
Yeah,
But
I don't think I'm
want
gonna
to
wear it ever.
I like that it exists.
I feel, same. I think that's why I got it. Like, I don't think I'd wear this, like, on the street, because it's like, am I saying that I want to... It's like, what is this t-shirt implying? Is it like, do I want to be critically hit? Do I want to critically hit others? It's it poses a lot of questions, you know, so...
Oh my
anyways.
God. Yeah. But now I want one that says critically hit me baby one more time.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It would be
Yeah,
so
we can
good.
get that design. We'll add that to our list of...
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh. We keep going back to the Spice Girls.
That's not the
Britney
Spice, that's Britney
Spears.
Spears.
What was that other thing
That was
that
such
we
a
said
blonde
was going to
moment.
be a shirt? It was, was it...
Oh,
I particularly have no interest?
Oh yeah,
There was that. I think with the it wasn't the Tiefling Babysitter Club, but it was We Left the Kid with the
we
Bard.
left
in the Road.
the Bard in the road.
That was a bad. It didn't turn out to be a bad decision.
Not yet.
Yeah, it was okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Monty.
Critically hit me baby
Yeah.
one more time is now
Those
my
are the only
aesthetic.
notes I've taken now.
Yeah, so maybe for actual Halloween, I'll just go as Britney Spears,
Okay.
and then with like a D20 on here, and I'll just be like,
And do the whole
critically hit me
outfit with
baby one more
the
time.
pigtails and the...
Oh yeah, I feel like I could do that. Do you think?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
totally.
What do you think, chat? Could I pull it off? Britney Spears? Yeah. Maybe I don't know.
I think so. Put your hair in the pigtails.
Like the.
We need
Like
those
so?
Oh, yeah.
the fluffy things. Yeah,
That-
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You white, you blonde. that's Britney.
And those are apparently the two qualifications.
I mean,
for,
that's
for
Britney
being Britney
Spears.
Spears.
Actually, in grade 6, I had a really cool grade 6 teacher who was just like this super creative guy who came up with like all kinds of different like fun games and activities. And one of the things that we did was we like recreated music videos. So one of the ones that we did was that music video, and he let all of the girls have a turn being Britney, even the Asian ones, like me.
I mean, that's really sweet, but I'm a little concerned that your grade 6 teacher let all of the girls dress up as Britney Spears in that outfit in that...
It wasn't the exact same outfit by any means. We just dressed up like in schoolgirl outfits.
That's still...
We did a bunch of music videos and like other videos and stuff. I like understand that story sounds inappropriate,
That
but
sounds so bad.
even if it was like, he was literally the most inspirational person of my life. Like one of the most, like, he was so creative. Like I'm sorry, but I'm just like, it's sad that like someone who like really cared about like being creative and teaching students in a different way is now seen as like a really bad thing, when it's just like he was a genuinely awesome dude.
No, I'm totally just joking. I'm sure he was lovely.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure
I'm
he
just
was
like
amazing.
trying to defend that like teachers, you know, it's like
Oh, no, as a professor, I totally think it's one of the most important things you can do is like actually inspire students to like want to learn things.
Absolutely. And like it's teachers like that who really inspired my creativity and why I started writing and like reading a lot and that kind of thing.
That's amazing.
And why we do this.
Yeah, absolutely. My book that I published from my PhD is dedicated to my grade 7 creative writing teacher who gave me special permission to like just stay in the creative writing class like for my entire grade 7 year instead of like having to like shift out into different classes. And I wrote a novel. I wrote like a 50,000 word novel when I was 13.
Did you have to get it published to get your PhD?
My book?
Yeah.
No, that was a different book when I was 13.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, I mean, I published, like, you write your dissertation, but then I had a publishing contract with Palgrave Macmillan, and so I did get it published, and so I wrote a book, guys. It's called Post-Colonialism in Science Fiction, because my PhD is in science fiction.
What's it about?
But no, it's dedicated to that grade 7 teacher because I said I was always going to dedicate my first book to that teacher. Aww. And so it's my only book so far, but so I dedicated it to him.
Can you dedicate your next one to me?
Yes.
But no, if you get our $50 Patreon, Jess will dedicate her next book to you.
I will.
Check us out at patreon.com/rollfordamage.
Sure, you know what? The next dedication for my next book will be like everybody who's like a $50 Patreon. It'll just be the day
and D&D.
Yo, that's a limited time offer, by the way. You have to finish that by a month. You can't just watch this video in like 3 years.
I should totally contact my editor over at Palgrave Macmillan and be like, so do you want a book on post-colonialism and D&D? And they'd be like, probably no, but maybe, but I don't know.
For people at home who might not know, and me, what does post-colonialism mean exactly? That's like after a certain time era.
Not really. Oh my god, this is a very long conversation now that you're gonna make me talk about. It's
notes.
Okay. Shit.
It's basically because correct me if I'm wrong. Like
okay.
Yes, because you wrote a book about it. Let me explain.
No, are you woman-splaining to me right now?
She's hyper-splaining.
Roll for Dameage, on which we woman-splain to each other.
She's hyper-splaining.
You're hyper-splaining.
Oh, hey, let's go, Scott.
Well, no, it's okay.
Just to summarize, like, my understanding of it, too, is because colonialism, it was, like, when settlers came and, like, took over natives. So now it's just, like, all the repercussions from that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But like there's like, you know, the school of thought that's like, you know, the post-colonialism is like after colonialism ended, but it never really ended because, you know, there's still repercussions and because like in Canada, for instance, like, you know, it's still a settler state. And then there's the school of thought that's like after colonialism began is post-colonialism because it's always a process of decolonization and recolonization and there's this idea that like even though like sort of the colonizing powers in theory, you know, have stopped colonizing, that colonialism has just sort of moved into like a sort of global economic mode instead of being like primarily political. And that is all I am going to talk about in terms of post. You can read my book, or you can read Homi Bhabha. You can read like any one of the many post-colonial theorists out there. Like Anya Lumba is a really good like feminist post-colonial theorist. And now that is the end of academia for today.
Okay, back to
yes.
So
cool.
Again, the title of this stream was recapping everything so far. So we literally mean everything. You thought you came here.
Colonialism, also our stream.
Yeah, mostly colonialism.
Not at all mostly colonialism. There is no more of that. But actually, the intro to my book was published on IO9. Like ages, but it's now, is it, like, did it get swallowed by Engadget? I think if you go to, like, io9.engadget.com or whatever, if you Google my name, you will find it. It's
Jessica Langer.
Yes.
You can also find her on Twitter at Dr. Jessica Langer. We didn't do intros.
Oh yeah. Who the hell are we? Yes, we are some people.
Oh, we're so bad without Ben. Without, like, I'm just in my living room right now, you know? Like, I can't...
Whatever, it's fine.
I can't be professional. It's so hard.
Can we ever really escape colonialism, though? Lol.
No.
No?
I say no.
Not really. No.
Roll for insight. Where are we talking about?
I don't know. Should we roll for perception?
Yo, yes. Yes. Where are my dice? I'm gonna get those.
Oh my god. This is not how I ever thought I would be using my doctorate. Oh my god.
I have the dice tray.
Oh, okay.
Who is the
Oh, my
blue?
hair.
Blue what?
Oh, the blue boy. The
blue boy. Aw.
Squish 'em? Squeezies?
It's a squishable.
Squishable.
I got it.
Squishable.
Ronan, I got it when I visited Lucky
Oh.
in Dallas. Its name is Blue Butterfly, I think, is what Lucky's kid called him.
Oh, but it's not. You know what? I'm not gonna argue with the
It
child.
is a butterfly.
Is it?
It's
Does
a
it have-
yeah.
does
The
it
tag
have-
says
Where are its wings?
these are its wings.
That's a very strange looking butterfly. That can't
It's because
fly.
it's a squishable. They're all
that is-
circles. Okay,
okay.
so here's
Okay.
here's your gemstone dice that you get to roll for insight.
So
with
I'm rolling
tonight.
for insight. So for those of you who may have just
You
joined
gotta
us, I am
hold on,
rolling
too.
for insight as to whether colonialism, we can ever actually escape colonialism. Well, here goes.
Lily, who just learned what colonialism
That's
is.
an 8.
I got a 2.
Alright. So
Oh my
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
No.
That's fair.
No.
You can never escape anything except in death.
That's fair.
That's
It's really cold
that's
in here somewhere.
dark.
The
Oh, because the
sunset.
sun went.
Yeah.
The sunset.
The sunset really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riley's.
Hey, have another tavern queue, tavern folks. Thanks
Have
for
another
hanging
tavern
out.
queue. You're all gonna die.
Yay, nihilism. Nothing matters, including the XP you'll earn, but do it anyways.
That's not a post-colonial theorist, though. That's more like Nietzsche, but that's
So,
okay.
now that we have, we went over, the first 2 episodes-ish, 3 episodes, was there anything you wanted to roll for insight on in those, in what we've discussed? You can also roll for insight, despite your character not being there for the first 2 episodes.
I'm going through. What did Artem first think of the group? What was Artem's first
Ooh.
impression?
Oh, I want to know that.
That's
I
a
wanna
good
know that.
one. A great question, Meg.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
You'll
These-
never know.
These are very pretty dice, but I don't like rolling them.
Yeah.
I have lots of dice if you want to roll different dice. We have a whole...
Is this agate? Is this... Here, have a look. Is this agate, guys?
So that is ruby in zoisite.
It's a
And this
ruby
is all...
in zoisite?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Ruby in
I'm just gonna reach
zoisite.
over and grab whatever one I do, and then... Oh, it's stormy! Okay, I'm gonna try
Here's my other
this
dice
one.
box.
That's so pretty.
And if
Okay.
you have a dice company and you want to send us dice to, do this with, then you totally can, by the way.
Because we're all very much dice nerds, and just the pretty...
They're
so
really pretty.
Okay, this is too bright now. That's what's
Yeah.
happening.
It's all good.
Okay. So I know nothing about... Which makes sense, because,
Yeah,
yes, we're all dice golf.
Our time thought they were really pretty.
I mean, they are, so that makes sense.
Aw, that's so
He's
sweet.
like,
Nice people. Nice. I like their hair.
Well, I don't... Did he have hair? I think he didn't have any.
He had scraggly little bits of
Aw.
white hair.
I can pretend I liked his hair.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm nice.
Roll for deception.
Cool. Yeah. I think that's... Is that a... No, that's a 7 plus... I think plus 6, so that's 13.
Yeah. He wasn't very insightful, so he didn't get it anyways.
Oh, well. Okay.
Did you have any questions for anyone?
I actually wanted to know... my question for Harper is... How the hell are you so cheery when you also kill people? Are you just a psychopath?
fair,
or
yeah.
are you just really good at compartmentalizing? Or do you just not really understand the interiority of other people?
I think it's...
I think she understands the interiors of
Yeah.
people because she sees them all.
But
Yes.
Dark.
I think it's just kind of normalized as well that she's kind of like Monty of she's seen the fighter, she wanted to be one, she knew oh yeah, no, I want to be a fighter, and if I die in it, that's even more awesome because that's just the culture, and that's what I want to be a part of. That's how I'm going to get honor for my clan, and I know I'm gonna live an awesome life as a fighter, even if I die in battle. So it's kind of that's kind of understood, or that's what Harper assumes that all the fighters within the clans assume as well. Like that it's an occupational hazard, but because we are treated quite well and get to meet with the higher people in society and get some nice food, even though sometimes our accommodations are more militaristic, we still live comfortably compared to some other people around the clans. And
Okay, but so I guess like follow-up question. Do you think that makes do you think that Harper then, does it make her devalue the lives of others in a more broad sense, or do you think that she is able to sort of keep this whole like killing idea to the gladiator ring while at the same time really like valuing the lives of others outside of that ring?
Yeah, I think it is more like a cultural thing of like within the fighters, within the gladiators, within the ring, death is just almost inevitable and is just a thing. Or it almost isn't a thing. But then outside, people do have value. Of course, life has value. So I think it is a kind of what's the word that you're saying? The separating it.
Compartmentalized?
That's the word. Don't know why I'm not able to say that right now.
That's okay. Did you, Lily, what did you just do the screen?
Nothing. I just moved the mouse.
Okay. So yeah, she knows that those that don't choose this life don't want to die. So yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So it's not that she wants to die, it's that she that in the context of the ring she's okay with dying.
Yeah.
But outside of the context of the ring she's not okay with dying.
Yeah.
Okay. So
especially because now she was okay with dying for so long as well.
Right. No, that's okay.
But being part of that, like, life is survival, and in the ring you have to just survive. Excited her for so long, but now it's become tiresome, and now it's become she realizes that there is more to life than this fight and that glory of death, to bring that honor to the clans. So that's kind of why she's looking for more in life, and has been looking to has accepted this deal that I don't know if it's still going to be a thing, getting out of her clan, joining the Gendeals, and joining you guys.
So I feel like she's actually going through a similar process to Zara's, but like instead of being like, screw this library thing, there's more to life, it's like, screw this killing people thing, there's more to life than murdering others.
Pretty much, yeah.
Water, Jess?
Interesting. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you need more water?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The next things so how do you think Zara feels? Like, I think Zara's had some pretty, like, shocked reactions to seeing Harper, like, decimate people in real life. Like, what would she be thinking about that?
Well, Zara's sort of, like, sheltered in this weird way. She's not sheltered overall, I think, but, like, you know, when you spend a lot of time in a library, you get used to, like, a particular type of social interaction, right? Like, in a particular type of sort of subculture of scholars and academics. And that subculture tends to be more about the life of the mind than, like, any kind of focus on the body. Which is really why she was so, like, surprised, I think, about this professor's interest in her. Because she was just like, this is not what it's about. Like, it's not, like, why? And so I think she sees, like, it's almost like Harper's job is, like, the other extreme. It's, like, extreme focus on the body and all of the things that it can do and all of the things that are in it and can splash out of it, as opposed
and
to,
the things that can poke into it, especially,
and the ways that one can butcher it, and cool. But I think that Zara is, she's kind of, like, disgusted but also fascinated, like, in this really interesting way, like, because it's so different, and it's so like kind of, like, raw and like there's it she sees that there's stakes. Because, like, in the library, it's like, if you don't do your research properly, like, oh, no, you don't write a book. But, like, in the ring, if you don't do it properly, then you die.
Yeah.
And so I think she's kind of, one of the processes that she's going through is, like, the idea of having stakes that are actually high, that, like, things that actually matter. Things where, like, if she makes a wrong decision, like, it's actually going to seriously affect something and seriously affect other people. And I think that's what's dawning on her about Harper is, like how close Harper must have come at some point to, like, dying. And and the idea of, like, of these high stakes interactions, I think she's but she loves it, and at the same time it terrifies her. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I think that's really interesting because I never would have thought of it as the, like, valuing of, like, consequences and, like, weighing those, which is cool, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Zara also killed a guy last time, though.
Yeah.
In the face.
She killed him in the face, but she didn't actually watch it because she was blinded, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so she was just like, ah! And then killed him. Killed her. Did it her? She killed her in the face. Didn't she kill her, or did she kill him?
I think she
Which
killed
one?
him. I feel like Meg killed her.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. So, no, I definitely... No, I did kill him in the face.
Yeah.
I did. And I think that... I think that might end up having some, like, psychological consequences for Zara. Like,
She hasn't
while
really processed it yet. Like, at first she was kind of like, oh my god, cool!
Yeah. And then she's like, like, but then it's like, that was a person, and now it's not a person. And I think she still has to figure out how she feels about that.
Zara did kill her, the female druid.
Oh, I did kill her. Okay, and I think that Zara, so that makes a lot of sense, because I think Zara's first reaction was the relief that now this woman wasn't going to kill you. Right? So her first reaction was like, yay, I saved Harper. And then I was like, yay, I saved Harper. And then I was like, yay, I did a thing, and Harper, and yay.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
But at what cost? What's in the box? The box, and the box is the psychology of this character, and the box is the consequences of actions.
Yeah.
Seven, you are a very relevant film to all kinds of things. But yeah, I think that this is it's going to be like sort of a constant thing. But I don't think that Harper has a similar process when it comes to books. I feel like you're so used to major consequences.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're going to struggle to adapt if there aren't major consequences to things.
Yeah, I think because Harper's intelligence, I think off the top of my head, is like 8. So she's not less. She's not the smartest. She's it's definitely one of those things of like Harper's very confident, and part of that confidence is knowing where her strengths are and knowing where her weaknesses are, and is knowing like, okay, books are my weakness. I'm not even gonna bother with it. I know I'm no good at that. I'm gonna focus on my strengths and fight and use my body that I've trained to do this to do those fights.
Sorry, I can read you books. It's okay.
I can read. I just choose
you
not
can read
to.
Cassie books.
When I first realized like Cassie was illiterate, I laughed so hard because I like was not expecting that, and I love it.
Did you guys see the one that we did last week, like our short one that we did 2 weeks ago, I think, on Saturday? With me and Maxine.
With you and Maxine?
It was super interesting,
Yeah.
actually. Like, Cassie is a deep, deep well.
I'm gonna have to check that out then.
It was very cool. Like, her backstory is she has a twin sister that she's always felt inferior to, and, like, she kind of based it off of, like, a lot of, like, Asian family cultures and dynamics. So, like, her sister was, like, the favorite one that got all the attention, and, she, like, never really felt seen, and then, like, they had a talent show or something, and her sister had never sang before, but she was like, I'm gonna do a song, and Cassie was like, yeah, that's cool, but, like, mine's gonna be better, and then her sister's was, like, amazing, and everyone was so happy for her, and Cassie just felt really bad, and then she wandered into a sketchy gypsy place, and the gypsy was like, I can make all your dreams come true, and Cassie was like, heck yeah, and then her sister just disappeared out of existence, and so she ran away from home and became homeless.
Wow.
So it's like Tahani and Camilla from The Good Place.
Oh.
She's Tahani.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've not seen The Good Place?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
Yeah, except for without the homeless part
Mm-hmm.
and the horrible that part.
Yeah, but then Tahani just died. So.
Yeah, so it's
Wait,
the different.
what?
But the dynamic. Wait,
Oh,
what?
The
right.
whole
She's
thing is
dead
there
in
in
the
the
show.
She's
afterlife.
dead in the show. Yeah, no.
I thought you meant like died from the dead. Anyway.
Yeah.
By the way, Lefko Scott, can you do me a favor because you are a Twitch Prime person? Do you see a subscribe button up here? Because we're Twitch affiliates now and we don't know how it works. Thanks. Just let us know.
Spoilers.
in the chat.
Tahani is dead from day one.
You don't see it either? Damn. Maybe it's like a setting I have to turn on.
All right. Well, thank you for
Thanks
letting
for
us know.
checking.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 2 seconds to see if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not,
cool.
No, I'm not gonna put on my glasses.
Should
on
we
this
do
stream. I'm too
should we
vain.
do a little break? It's been going for like an hour and a half
Oh,
now.
yeah.
We
wait,
do a
wait,
little-
Yeah.
I have to check what time it is because we have a notification going up very soon. So
Oh,
we'll
okay,
take
cool.
a break in like 15 minutes.
We'll take a break and maybe not even then. I mean, like, I just got sustenance. One thing I did actually want to talk about, this is comfortable, so I'm keeping it here now. One thing I did want to talk about that we haven't even really gotten in depth to a lot in the story.
I'm so glad that was on camera.
What just happened?
I missed my mouth is fine.
I didn't even see you miss your mouth. I just saw it fall onto the number, and I was just like, "Oh, good." I thought it fell out of your mouth. Oh, so good, so good. Riley,
So
yeah.
it's not always just about girls eating on stream. It's sometimes about girls failing to eat on stream.
That's
It's
how you do
tempting.
it. It goes in your mouth, man.
I'm gonna work on that. You're
And on that
asking
note-
something important.
Oh my god.
Not one on eating.
I actually have had a game before where I made someone roll for eating and they rolled a nat 1 and I was like, you throw your food on the ground. The plate shatters everywhere. Because sometimes it happens. Alright.
You just pour out your drink. You're like,
Alright.
actually dying. Sorry.
So,
Okay.
onto a very
This is not my,
serious
where's my
one.
water? Did you not get me water?
It's right there.
Oh, this one?
Thank you.
Mhm.
That is, oh yes, okay, amazing. I just picked up my ice cream thing and was like, this is water, it's not water.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I don't know if this can hold it. I don't really trust how much this can support. And we're supposed to not touch that mic thing. We have a new, like, junior producer who is my boyfriend, Swiss, who set up this whole stream setup for us today. And he set up the stream screen, and I'm very proud of him. And he's going to be working with me on building out the mechanics for Ivarian, because I'm, like, really good at the creative stuff, and I'm really bad with the number stuff. So he's going to make sure my classes and races are balanced. So
Yay.
that's exciting.
That's amazing.
No TPKs.
Nah.
That's not guaranteed.
That's my decision. That's not his decision.
Okay.
If it was his decision, he'd TPK for sure. He gets really excited. But he only does it, like, sparingly. But the other thing that I was going to dive into that hasn't really come up much on stream yet is the Mortan clan and a bit more about them. Because, so as you know, like, the Mortans are very built on shame. They have sort of like a legacy or a tradition of focusing on how their ancestors were these like terrible people who burned the forest and who started the War of the Flames, and they feel very like innately guilty for their roots in that. And so I actually wrote into that clan's whole history that there is a lot of like mental illness that kind of is brought about from that shame. Like obviously there's a lot of happiness and like normal life things and all that balance, but like Tina Don Mortan, for example, has borderline personality disorder, which I relate to a lot because I also have, and I just wanted to introduce it as like a character dynamic. So when we're talking about like the culture of Mortan clan and how they get really excited about the gladiator fights and that kind of thing, it is somewhat driven from that shame and from a lot of just like a complete detachment from the world, because all they can focus on is bringing back that honor and that glory to their name, and so the things kind of fall to the wayside in terms of like emotional attachment. Again, probably why your parents were just like, go be a gladiator, it'll be good.
Yeah.
So that's like a just for your information thing that will explore more in the game as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's it sounds like there's, like, it's basically a clan full of avoidant attachment people.
Yeah.
Like, people who are avoidant, but it doesn't mean they don't care. It just means that they care, but they are so scared, but not in an anxious attachment way. They care, but they can't bring themselves to actually attach.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
then it just creates, like, a bunch of just stuff under the surface.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's also something that I work on in therapy, because therapy is very interesting and good for people, is the idea of like intergenerational traumas. So like things that happen, you know, like years and years ago to like your great grandma or whatever can, you know, trickle down just in terms of like, you know, talking about things and the way you're raised and stuff. So there is a lot of that intergenerational like trauma as well in the Mortan clan that I'm hoping they will heal one day, especially with Thomas Don Mortan leading the way with the Gen deal.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting to me, in part because, like, first of all, there's like the epigenetic implications of intergenerational trauma, like the idea that, like, if your grandmother is in a famine, like, your genetics might be changed, because genetics, as they've discovered in the last sort of, like, you know, 15 years or so, or even before that, it's an interaction between, like, the actual sort of DNA and what they call epigenetics, as in, like, what the environment does to the way that those genes are expressed. And then in terms of intergenerational trauma, I mean, look, I'm an Ashkenazi Jew, right? Like, they weren't so nice to us in Europe about 70 years ago, and so I'm lucky my family all came over to Canada, like, before World War II, but if you look at, like, families of survivors, if you read, like, Maus, if you read, like, there's tons and tons you can read about the Holocaust, but also about the implications for, like, the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren of survivors. Like, there's, like, there are cultural and social and mental health implications, even generations down the line, of, like, attempted genocide. And it's not just, you know, I'm talking about my culture because it's my culture, but like any culture that was subject to genocide. If you look at the implications of residential schools in Canada, and the intergenerational trauma, or like of First Nations and Métis and Inuit people, if you look at you know, the people who were subject to the Armenian genocide, if you look at any genocide or attempted genocide, or even, like, you know, institutionalized racism that happens over generations and generations, you see, it's not like mental illness is caused by this, but it's more just like you have to look at
the connectors.
the way that you have to look at the ways in which that affects the lives of people even generations down the line.
Absolutely.
Sorry, that was me being a professor. I will shut up now.
And this all started with Meg failing to eat a fuzzy peach.
Woo! Roll for insight. Roll for therapy.
We are the new view. Also, P.S. Look at this view out of my condo right now.
So
Swiss was like, "Do you want a backdrop here?" And I was like, "No, I want." It's like perfect at this time when it's not crazy bright or whatever. I need to fix your lighting, but it's all the way over there now.
It's fine.
I don't know how to do it.
So were you there at the DM workshop where, like, no, you were there because you were in the DM workshop. So I went to a DM workshop where you were speaking, and there was this guy who had been DMing for like 35 years, and he was like, you think you're going and playing a game, like, as a DM, you think you're just going and, like, leading people through an adventure, but actually half the time you're just, like, a therapist who's pretending to be a goblin. And I mean, I DM sometimes, like, I DM'd last night. I have a campaign that I DM, like, every other Thursday, and it is so interesting the ways in which people's personal lives end up interspersed with, like, their things about their characters, and so sometimes I'm just like, how does that character feel about that, in the same way you are?
So I gotta say, before the stream, me and Meg, before we got here, we actually had, like, a pretty good, like, heart-to-heart about life and stuff, and I just wrapped it up with just being like, "Oh, Meg, you did such a good job, like, talking about your feelings." I'm, like, so proud of you.
Monty gives me validation.
Oh my gosh. This is...
And it's, like, perfect. It's like, I want to reward my players for opening up with their favorite characters doing weird voices. Yes. Oh my god. So, okay, so we just got a $30 Patreon subscriber who is Maxine's boyfriend, but that's not important.
Whatever.
But he designed an amazing NPC.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
That's going to be in the game.
That's so
and
exciting.
It is amazing. I'm super
awesome.
excited. He gave me a rundown of the voice. He had the whole, like, background written up. Shout out to you, Lynn. Thank you for supporting.
Thank you.
You're the best.
And for all of those of the rest of you, if you do become a Patreon $30 a month subscriber, you too get to design an NPC for the game, and then you get to tell Lily what to do.
Yeah,
maybe I'll be a $30. No, I'm not gonna do it. I can't do that. Yeah, kind of to some extent.
Yeah,
to some extent.
If you made a fake Patreon account to like sign up as this like secret page, and you just like plant things in your own, that'd be something. That'd be nefarious. I'd give you major props for that.
I wouldn't do that though. Like, I want to know what you think. I don't want to know what I think. I don't want to. But that would also be really evil. I feel like that would be an alignment changing maneuver, like in real life.
True.
Like that would be like, yeah. I don't think I could lie like that. That would be so mean.
So yeah, give me Fig Newton. Give me Fig Newton, Ronan. He has a great character named Fig Newton. I can't do the voice. Ronan, you're gonna have to get on stream so you can do the voice. Sorry, what were you saying, Meg? I got distracted.
I can't remember now.
Was it about Patreon?
Oh yeah, just have like someone like super rich, super noble of like, oh yeah, no, I just want to meet adventurers and give them things, give them super powerful things. That's my whole NPC's deal of just like giving super powerful all the gold to any adventurer I meet.
Just like a rich person who gives out things.
A patron.
Yeah.
A patron.
Yeah. You want to have a patron.
Yes.
Patreon.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Imagine if this was like the Hunger Games and people could have like patronage and buy you guys items.
They do because it's bits. They do that.
Oh, yeah.
No, but imagine if we did like a Patreon where like they can be like the Hunger Games and sponsor you, and I'll give you guys magic items if they buy them for you.
$50 Patreon?
That's a pretty cool idea. Do you guys think that's a cool idea? We've been trying to figure out our Patreon.
Yeah, but then that changes the dynamic of the game because then instead of the players playing in the world, then they're all like trying to like pander to chat and be like the cutest and the most fun and like the fan favorite. No,
I do that.
Well, but that's who's you're the DM. I'm not trying to be like.
I don't think anyone would do that. Maybe it would be something that like you all get an item. Yeah. Or you all get a something.
Oh, yeah.
You all get a new fancy dress from the Jen Deal dressmakers.
Yeah. So there's not just, like, the fan favorite. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because popularity contests are bad.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
I never won them, so maybe that's why I think they're bad.
I ran for student council twice, and I never won.
Aww.
And my second campaign was so good. But whatever, it's fine. I'm super
like student
over
council
it.
campaign, not like D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my second D&D campaign was probably not great. It was probably fine. I was very new to DMing.
I don't know.
This one's going okay.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's.
I watched back session 4 last time, or session 5, or whatever it was, and
session 5.
Yeah, I got to the end of it when like the door started bleeding and everything started falling apart, and I was like, man, I have been watching a lot of Stranger Things recently.
Yeah.
And I made Stranger Things in my game.
That's okay. Well, is that a hint as to what we can expect behind the door? Because that's terrifying.
Demogorgon.
No, maybe. Yes, I don't. That is a D&D monster.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a different It's like very different in D&D than in Stranger Things.
Oh,
though.
true. Yeah.
But there is something. Something's happening. How did you guys feel when that reveal came around? Your eyes got super big on the stream.
I wasn't super surprised, I guess. I mean, like, I was like shocked, but I was just like, okay, well, as soon as you were like snakes, I was like, well, something's happening.
Oh yeah, true. You had a bit of a lead in.
But like the whole glade just like melting into ash, and like I was just like, and I like felt it as Zara, because like if Zara is like this like an Avari druid, and like this glade is like supposed to be her happy safe place, and now it's melting. She was just like, no, like what the stop, like what the fuck, like this is, it's almost like it's like the terror of infestation, of like of contagion.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I was always the person when I played StarCraft, like I was afraid of the infested Terrans and like the infested bases and stuff, because I was just like, because I was a nerd and also young, but also I was just like, it was like, this is terrifying. It's like the Andromeda strain, or like the Stand, or like something that is going to infect one and then like either turn you into something that you don't want to be.
Interesting.
I should stop giving you ideas as to how to torture us.
Yeah, I was definitely like, that something in there triggered to something. But anyways, it's fine.
I'm leaving.
Weed is legal in Canada. Don't at me. what happened in session 2? We're gonna do that recap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, yeah, Jess, you were correct. It would ruin the game.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
the patron
Oh, right.
thing.
Yes, of course, the patron thing. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Session 0 or session 2?
2 was, that was when you went to the Avari Glade
Yes.
for the first time, speaking of the Avari Glade. And that was when Jess had her first communion with the forest.
I did.
That's
My
where
first
we met
communion.
Flynn, our non-binary dwarf friend.
Yes, they are so cool.
Mm-hmm,
They're super cool.
You'll see Flynn again in a couple weeks in our next episode.
Yes.
No,
and
like next week.
truffle the
In
board.
a week from now. Truffle! I love
Yes.
truffle! I hope, please don't turn truffle into bacon. Yes. So Flynn is wonderful. So as I mentioned, I won't be on the next stream because I'm going to be playing in Northern Ontario in a lake with some blueberries. But Flynn will be back, and Flynn is a non-binary dwarf who is extremely cool and is played by one of my professor colleagues. So there are 2 professors.
I have a
on this
question.
stream. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why hasn't Zara told anyone that she's part alpha yet?
I think she's really afraid because she doesn't know yet what the implications are. And I think especially after she saw what those alpha were doing with the purple flowers, I think she's afraid that she will... I think she already is mixed up with something with the Avari Druid thing. And, she's been told that, this person or this thing, who is part Avari Druid and part alpha is bad or is terrible. I think that she's sheltered enough. She's really smart, but she's sheltered, and I think she just needs to figure out what the hell she wants to do about this. She's afraid of being manipulated by one or more parties. She's afraid that somebody who doesn't want her alive will find out. So I think she's just having a really hard time trusting. And yeah, I think that but she probably will disclose it to somebody who she trusts at some point relatively soon.
Artem. When Artem gets back.
She will disclose it? How do you know? Because
he's the cutest alpha you know.
But she thinks he's really annoying.
Yeah.
Although she probably...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, when Artem comes back, is he still going to be, cute because he's not going to be all shriveled up because he's going to have the magic back in him, isn't he?
Is he?
I don't know.
Did I say that?
No, I don't know.
No.
Harper, tolerates him. Megan does not trust him one bit.
Why?
Well, one of the first things is just cute of, during session 2, where was it? That talking about how the alpha and the Avari Druid magics are not supposed to mix. But they have now, and this is kind of prophesized to bring wants to destroy the forest. This power mixing, just that power wants to destroy the forest. And just that mix, we had only at that point known one alpha, so I just wrote Artem in big letters because it's got to be him. So that's what
I'm
going
to be that alpha you just met in the last.
Okay, well now we know, but there's still.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Where is Artem? Where's Artem's brother?
We heard is that Artem is with his with other alpha being checked.
He's in the sick bay.
Yeah.
He's
he's up at the farm with the
he's
running around in the yard.
Farm upstate. But in part because Artem, identified that this being with the mix of the power would destroy the forest. Zara, having this mix of this power, is terrified that she will accidentally destroy the forest, especially after she freaking fireballed somebody.
Yeah.
And then pretended it didn't happen. Because she is fireball. She is a cantrip. She is a firebolt. Sorry, not fireball. Fireball is a much more powerful spell.
Fireball as a cantrip would be crazy.
That would be amazing. But
I would love to give that to you, and you just can never use it until you're ready to give up on everything in this world.
Yeah.
It's
are you gonna do that to me?
I think
you are. I think you are.
Seems like I'll have to consult with my game manager.
Okay.
I don't know what to call him, my assistant game creator, my mechanic. He's gonna be my mechanic.
Your
you know?
mechanic.
Yeah, my
Okay.
dungeon mechanic.
Love it. But yeah, so I think so I think she just doesn't. She just is afraid that she's accidentally gonna burn it down, and that people are gonna be mad at her about it.
They
I mean,
probably
not
would.
just the, yeah. I think so. I think so.
Are you guys curious? This is like slightly off topic, but are you guys curious about any of the other clans and their lore, or the druids and their lore?
I'm very curious about the druids and their lore.
Mm.
Like, I want to know how this like symbiotic relationship came about.
Which of
Like
the forest and the
of the
druids?
forest and the druids.
Do you
Because
want to roll for it?
sure. All right, which die?
Whichever one you like, or
Okay.
any of the hundreds that are in here.
There are so many dice. I'm gonna do the green one. That is a, what is that?
That
What's
is 15.
Okay. Sorry,
That's
I'm not wearing my
pretty
glasses because I'm too vain.
You're dungeon manager, Ronan. You're not dungeon mechanic. He's the dungeon manager of Axis Tavern. By the way, if you haven't joined Axis Tavern, it's a great Discord community that I run. Lots of D&D. And sneak peek, there's probably going to be some tie-ins into the Roll for Dameage stream going on in there that I'm working on with my dungeon mechanic. But, yo, Axis Tavern, have a Q.
Thank you.
Cheers to you. Q for you.
Oh, that's so nice.
But yeah, what I was gonna say, you rolled a 15 on
I
that
did.
insight check
Yes, I
of Avari Druid lore. So basically, the first Avari Druids were created, as you may or may not remember, right after the sacrifice of the Alfei. So for those of you who are catching up on like the lore and just getting used to it, the Alfei. Many of them sacrificed themselves in a magic ritual which empowered the forest to grow over and take the cities and towns that were living near it that they were at war with. So when that sacrifice happened, like 800 Alfei were all just like wiped out at once, and the forest did use that power to eat the rest of the towns and cities, but what the Avari Druid thinks happened is that it also no longer felt like it had enough of a voice, so it chose select people in the forest to then act as its voice again. And so since then, the forest has utilized the Avari Druids as its avatar.
Avatar, like the film. No.
No, like like the literal meaning of avatar, like
Right,
it's
no.
their face and voice and like the what they
Right.
use to be embodied.
Have you read Ancillary Justice
No,
by Anne Leckie?
no.
It's a very interesting. It's a really interesting novel. Well, it's a series, but it's kind of like this idea that there's a ship, and then they send these people down, and then there are sort of the avatars of the ship, and like they are the ship and the person, and then all this really interesting stuff.
Is that sci-fi?
Yes.
Cool,
Yes,
cool.
it's really good.
I don't read a ton of sci-fi, but I'll check that out. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's also relevant because there's some really interesting like gender stuff that goes on in the novels, because they use the same pronoun for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Like which is like female pronouns.
Right.
Which is like, you know, this person can be coded very masculine in the text, but like they use this, so it's almost like this erasure of genderedness at the same time as it's not really erased, but it's erased in terms of pronouns. It's very interesting.
I feel like it's going that way in the world. I feel like I could see that happening.
I think there's some really interesting stuff that's happening with pronouns lately, but it's a really interesting little like sort of thought experiment. Not little, it's a really interesting thought experiment about that stuff. But back to the Avari forest, I think that is really interesting that they use it uses the Avari Druids as its avatars, but at the same time, like, it doesn't empty those people of their own personalities. It just sort of incentivizes them or incites them. Or
the way that I see that is that like the forest is not human, right? So I don't think that the forest itself understands that these creatures it's using as its avatars, like, I would suspect that the forest also uses like some birds and like and deer as avatars, but it just doesn't know how to account for human greed and possible manipulation. So it just doesn't even think of that. So that would be my insight on like if there's ever, because like the Alfei magic is by asking a wish of the forest. It's not so much that the forest is malicious, it's that it doesn't understand what malice is.
Oh.
It also doesn't like getting its soul stolen for the flowers, though.
Yeah, that's sensible. But so it doesn't. So how does the forest decide which wishes to grant?
That is going to be a much higher insight check, but there's some. The sound's a bit not loud enough. Meg, can you do me a favor and mouse?
Try.
Oh wait, the gains are already at full. I think it's because is this better for volume?
Yeah,
if
should we all just
talk
like lean
louder?
forward? Is this better? Can we just do this?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
it's okay. It's all good.
Just,
Are our faces really big right now? Like, is my face like really big to you?
I can fuck with the fiddles on the Mikey thing, but
Yeah.
I'm scared to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, just let us know if the volume's better. So guys, if you see the bar at the bottom there where that green thing is going, we want to be in that high green to low yellow area with talking.
okay.
So if you want to watch your audio on that,
Green to
that's
low
cool.
yellow.
Okay.
thanks guys.
Okay,
Thanks
yay.
everyone for helping
Okay.
us do this.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
I feel like you and I now have like a little. I feel like we look like a band, like Tegan and Sarah kind of thing.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. Aw, you guys are cute. Zarper! We actually had an
Hashtag
interesting
Zarper.
talk earlier about Harper's sexuality. Do you want to reveal any of that? Or here you...
Not yet.
Not yet. All right,
Just
cool.
because I know Harper's figuring it out and I'm figuring it out, so TBA.
Cool.
Roll for Dameage the musical. Are we gonna sing now?
You can sing.
I don't know. We'll see.
Jess is a really good singer.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
tell
Do
her
you have
to
to do this
sing. Everyone in the chat, just get Jess to sing right now. Cause
I need
she's
water
really
if I'm
good
gonna
at it.
sing. Oh God.
You have a thing.
I do. I have a thing.
If you would like. They were asking earlier, but we were just talking, so sorry for ignoring you earlier, folks.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Okay, what do you want me to sing?
Do you know any
Spice
blues
Girls?
songs? I could go for some blues right now.
Ooh.
The Disney princess songs. Okay.
Wait,
Oh God.
What? A Disney print? That's not blues.
No, that's not blues. I don't know.
Oh wait,
Disney songs.
do
God.
Hit Me Baby one more time.
No. No.
Oh,
I'll do the song that I sang like with before we started the stream the other day. It's
don't
blue.
remember
It's
that
not blues. It's Fever by Peggy Lee.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, bonjour. No. All right. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Do I have to sing more?
I think that's good.
Is that okay?
Woo!
No.
I would listen
I
to
don't
it for longer, but
Okay. Okay, there's...
the chat's blowing up.
Whoop, oh no. Okay. Very smooth. Go ahead.
Just like
That's
the hits from my
amazing.
dip devices.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Hashtag plug.
Okay, amazing. All right. That was... Well, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Aww. All right, I'll sing a little bit more in a little bit. But, yeah.
Speaking of doing things in a little bit, should we talk about our giveaway again?
Yes!
For those of you who are joining us, we
Okay.
are doing another giveaway.
And is that a die that's a 20?
Uh-huh.
And that...
I didn't know that was a emoticon. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. I wish you could just follow me around in real life.
I don't know if you would like that.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea. Okay, so... All right, so we're actually gonna give this away now. Oh, and that's so sweet. Oh, you guys are so lovely. Okay, so as you all know, Stormcrow Manor / just Stormcrow Alliance, like the brand, is one of our sponsors, and they gave us this tiki mug that is a Cthulhu tiki mug. Those of you who were here when we started this will be familiar to you. Those of you who weren't, this is a really big box. It's like ginormous.
Are we going to open it again? We're not going to open it
Yeah, no,
again.
we can open it again.
Just scroll back to the beginning of the video. You should be watching
Whatever.
the
No,
beginning
you know what?
anyway.
Whatever. We have to show the people what they're gonna get.
Oh my god, we such
Show
a
'em
struggle last time.
Yeah, well, you know what? Now I know how to do it. So it's fine. Okay.
I would love if that had just fallen out and dropped on the bush.
You would have loved that, but that it wouldn't have been a good thing. Okay, so there's a bunch of packaging because it's very delicate.
Sorry about the noise.
And yeah, sorry. Shit.
Madwig, you can't win this because you live in Quebec.
So this is actually, it's a tiki mug that at the Stormcrow / Fan Expo party, they had these, and you can like buy the cocktail in the mug and then take the mug home. But like here, so like you can see the runes, and it's like actually a Cthulhu, and there's like you can like open it and like put the, and so Lili decided that she wanted to smoke weed out of this, and it would be the bong of Cthulhu. So if you choose to use it that way, you can.
Okay, so let me
Or
show
you can
them how
actually use
could
it
be
like a
bomb.
mug. Okay.
What you would do is you would just have to put like something in here.
I'm sorry,
that
Jason,
would be like
that
a
she's
little
doing
bowl, like a little like tin foil, and then you put the weed in the tin foil, and then you light it from. I'm not sure how you would light it. That would be the only question. But then you would smoke it out of the eyes here, and suck out the soul of Cthulhu.
Smoke it out of the eyes and suck out the soul of Cthulhu.
Yeah, one eye is the choke, and one eye is the. That's how you would do that.
I'm really lucky I have tenure right now.
It's legal. This is all legal.
I know. It's fine.
It might be less legal because we don't have the NSFW filter on, but I don't know.
Whatever. It's some people work in the
Anyway,
cannabis industry.
So you can win that.
So you could, in theory, win this.
And you can also win one of our. You'll win the full set. How about? I'll send you all of them. You get all of our new Roll for Damage business cards / trading cards that have our character art by Manook D&D, and you also win all 8 of our stickers.
So beautiful.
Stickers.
Amazing.
They look like this.
I love that it's like you could win a really cool Cthulhu mug, or you could win like our faces.
Well,
that
you
also
win
works.
all of them. You win all of it together.
Oh, this is one prize?
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, this is all.
You could win
you'll
Cthulhu
get all of
and
it.
us.
Yeah. So, if you are interested in winning one of these, just go to our latest Instagram post. We're on Instagram, Roll for Damage, and our Twitter, and follow us on both of those places, and comment on the most recent post. If you comment on Twitter, that's one entry. If you comment on Instagram, that's another entry. Or if you only have one or the other, then you only get one entry. But just comment on it, and just leave a comment saying Roll for Insight, and we'll pick a winner tomorrow and announce it on both of those channels, and you'll win all this stuff.
Also, tag a friend on Instagram and tag a friend on Twitter if you want an extra entry.
Ooh, yeah, do that. We're really good at social media.
Yeah.
And mostly we're really good at coordinating.
But yeah, so we'll choose a winner at noon tomorrow.
At noon.
So noon
I wake up
EST.
at noon. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna be up even earlier tomorrow because I gotta get my car and drive to Gen Con.
I wake up at 7 a.m. because I have 2 children.
All right, cool.
So,
Mom Jess to the win again.
Mom, yeah.
Teenage Lili to the failure again.
Yeah, win for certain values of win. Yes.
Hey.
I love my kids though. They're wonderful.
Do you guys want a break, or do you want to keep going?
I don't know. I'm fine. I don't know. Do you guys want a break from us? Are you sick of our faces, or do you want to just keep like listening to us talk and or sing?
What's even going on here? We got 30 viewers.
Yeah.
We do have 30 viewers. Aw, thank you guys
Thanks for
watching.
That's cool.
You're like watching us not even play D&D, just like talk about D&D.
Also, I just realized the CN Tower is the green like Cthulhu. You can't tell, but
Or like the
there's-
Avarian.
Oh,
It's green like the Avarian.
Ooh.
It's turned green. The CN Tower is an Avari druid.
Oh no, this isn't gonna work. This is
No.
dangerous. I shouldn't do that.
This is I don't know. You can just trust us. We'll take a picture and then post it as an Instagram story.
Hey,
I love that's a you thing. We're cool either way.
thanks,
Oh,
Scott.
that is an us thing. Thank you. You're the best.
Question. So,
Yes.
chat, do you guys have any questions about the lore or the stream or us or the Cthulhu mug or Stormcrow or anything.
Literally
you can ask
anything.
Us.
AMA.
There's 30 of you. There's 3 of us. I mean,
Yeah.
we're pretty interesting people. Hey, why don't we do our introductions now halfway through the stream?
Hi, my name is Megan. You can follow me on Twitter at MegMegGibson.
That was extremely radio voice.
Yay!
Yay!
What do you do, Meg, in your life?
I'm in HR-ish, just finishing my placement. That's been amazing. So looking for work. I love in Toronto, being a super HR professional kind of type person.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Concise.
Yes.
It should be your bio everywhere.
Yes, I'm an HR type person. I can't remember. I think on my bio on Instagram and Twitter is like D&D person. I put HR professional in there as well, and I really want to put a question mark in there because it's like not really
HR professional
ish. Yes.
You know what? Don't question yourself.
Yeah.
You're an HR professional. You have graduated.
It's very not yet. Fake it till you make it is very much.
Yes. You are definitely. You know what? By the power vested in me as a college professor, I hereby dub thee an HR professional. I don't teach HR, but I am a college professor.
I thought you were just gonna say I dub you a college professor, and I was gonna be like,
that's not how that
A
works.
job?
That is not how that works even a little bit.
It's a good thing you have tenure.
It's a good thing I have tenure. Is the title.
So speaking of Jess being a professor,
Yeah. So
what's your intro?
Hi, I'm Jess. You can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Jessica Langer. On Instagram, I'm the same, but like it's private Instagram. It's mostly just got a picture of my kids. I have 2 children. And my son is 5, and he made me make him a D&D character sheet this morning. He wanted
he
to.
thinks you're on TV.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like disabuse him of that notion. He wanted to be a human wizard who's a boy, and he decided that he started making up spells, and one of them is multiply. But he decided he wanted to roll the percentile dice, and like whatever he rolled, that would be how many of them. So he rolled like a 50. So he's decided that there's like 51 of him.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very, very strange way to play D&D. But anyway, yes.
It's the best way to play D&D.
It is the best way to play D&D. Is like screw the rules. But yeah, so I'm a college professor. I teach. I'm the program coordinator and a professor in the Bachelor's of PR Management program at Centennial College. And this stream is my summer project because I don't teach in the summer. But it's an applied research project in social media community building because I teach social and digital media primarily. I am effectively just a professor of the internet. So that is what I do. I'm a professor of the internet and occasional streamer and mom.
Hey.
Yeah, it works.
Yay.
Yay, cool. All right, come follow me.
Nice.
And now what about you?
Oh, me?
Oh, yeah, who?
Me?
Who? Me?
I'm Lili. I'm the host for Roll for Dameage. I DM a lot. I worked in the cannabis industry for 3 years and then was like, I hate the corporate world of anything, even cannabis. So I started playing D&D, and then I fell in love with it, and then I quit my job to be a streamer and an Instagram person. Previously, I've always worked in digital marketing, but previously to this, I did digital marketing for the porn industry. Previously to that, I did digital marketing for the e-cigarette industry. So I'm just that girl who likes things that aren't allowed, and I guess...
You're into Vice.
Yeah, I was on a D&D podcast at one point, and they asked me for my background and my intro, and I gave them something like that. And then one of the later questions was like, do you think D&D is satanic? And I was like, well, I'm the girl who has smoked weed, watched porn, and vaped for a living. Yeah. So, I mean, like, my opinion probably doesn't matter to those who think it's satanic. Right. But, yeah. That's what I do, and I do this, and I run Axis Tavern, Q for the Tavern, because I love you guys, and I wouldn't be here without you. Nice. Q for Yoshi for being in the chat, who was actually the first guy I played D&D with in Toronto.
Oh my gosh.
So it's been a ride. We started playing, so in November, that's when I started playing. I had played like twice before in high school, but like nobody wanted to keep playing because it was 3.5 and it was just a drag. But I really loved it. And then this year I just found it on Meetup, and Yoshi was at my first one and was at most of my games since then, and is a great friend.
Oh, he's a friend. I love it.
So yeah, that's my D&D journey.
So
You can follow me on Instagram, I guess. justalil.nerd or best of D&D. Yay!
I love we're doing the intros at like 3 hours into the stream
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, only 2 hours
okay.
into the stream.
Yeah, 2 hours into the stream. Yeah, that's
fine.
fine.
When we edit it, we'll put it at the beginning.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will. I think we're just going to leave it because I don't feel like editing that. And you guys all can figure it out. You will.
Ronan, that comment is so creepy and I love it.
What is it?
We will play in real life one of these days, Lily.
Is that a promise or a threat?
This is like some Saw shit. Nah, Ronan, you're my boy. You're my boy, Blue. He's my
Oh my
dungeon
god!
manager.
Can you imagine like trying like if Saw would like if there was D&D in Saw, would you have to like roll for like your life
Oh god.
or like roll to
I
like
mean,
figure out which body
You
part
guys
or you know
rolled
what
for
I
your life
no.
last time.
Pretty much, yeah.
did. But like not
it's
IRL
fine.
though.
By the way, speaking of introductions, there's also Amanda McKnight, another amazing person who gave
the
an
other people.
update. She's in Indianapolis now for Gen Con, learning to play Power Rangers the board game.
Did your Chinese spy watch tell you that,
Yep.
Wait, what? Wait, explain.
I have a Huawei watch and phone because I wanted a $0 phone. It was either this or an LG, and then it came with a free smartwatch.
Because they're listening to our every word. Yo, people in China, you would love our stream.
You really would.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Also, we're from the same city as Simu Liu. Who's now Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Oh my god. Who's
yes.
excited? Yes. Oh yeah, that guy. The guy from Mississauga who's now the newest Marvel superhero.
Who's also in Kim's Convenience as a great
Yes.
show that you should all watch.
Kim's Convenience
Yes.
so
I started
much.
watching it when I first moved to Toronto, and that's when the shows that like made me fall in love with Toronto and make me feel like a little bit more safe here as well, coming from a
Yeah.
small town.
That's so lovely.
And it was just such a good show. And then I saw him and just like, yeah.
So can I tell you something?
Yes.
So you know Paul
Do you know
Sun-Hyung
him?
Lee?
Can you
No,
introduce
Simu
me?
Liu, no. But do you know Paul Sun-Hyung Lee?
No.
Who is he plays Appa.
Mhm.
And he's like the best.
also
Angry
love him.
Appa
Yeah.
on
He
yes.
follows me on Instagram.
That's so
He's
cool.
so cool. Paul, I love you so much. You're the best. And you're just the coolest.
Because I saw him on,
Yeah.
I found his Instagram account too, and he's a big nerd as well. He cosplays
He's in the 501st. Like he
No way!
Yes, he's in the 501st.
Oh, cool!
The 501st is like a bunch of like Star Wars cosplayers that cosplay for charity, and he's in it.
That's so cool.
I love him so much. He's like my dream celebrity. I love him.
I love seeing more Asian representation in the media.
Mhm.
This
Yes.
was also part of me and
Yes.
Maxine's role for Insight a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
We
okay.
had a good chat about
Mhm.
that as well because it was the first stream where it was just the two of us. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
you're Asian, I'm Asian.
Is that how
I
that
like you
works?
guys too.
It's okay. It's you know what I feel like white Jews don't necessarily need to be represented more in the media. I think we have a lot of representation.
Yeah,
I think we're fine.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it's really cool to see a lot of like to see like Mulan coming out next year with
Mhm.
Disney. To see this I can't pronounce the name. This movie that we were just talking about.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one.
Okay.
I thought it sounded different. But
It's probably I probably didn't get the tones right. I don't know which dialect it's in. But
we'll work on it.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to just see like a lot more like all Asian casts.
Yeah.
Like Crazy Rich, I was saying this to
Mm.
Maxine, and I'm probably just gonna sound like an unnecessarily like angry person because like I am very happy and proud that we've made this progress so far. But at the same time, I'm like I wish they would just make like a stoner comedy with Asian people in it, you know, like, and it's just like instead of making like very Asian movies about Asian people, like
Right.
can Asian people just be like I love Sandra Oh because all of her roles could have been played by literally any race of person, you know,
Right.
as opposed to it's like we're all
Yeah.
ninjas, we're all samurais.
Well, I feel like I know what your next project is going to be then.
An all Asian stream where we are stoners.
Well, just like a stoner comedy with
Yo,
Asian people.
Ali Wong, hit me up. Ali Wong, we
I
would
will
make
die. Okay, I love her.
beautiful work together.
I
Everybody,
love her.
please at Ali Wong and tell her that we would make.
Ali Wong.
And also, what's that guy's name from Harold and Kumar? John
Cho?
Cho. Yeah, also John Cho.
You
You be my movie husband, please.
I
I,
feel
hope
like
I got your name right.
Ali Wong is also my fave. I love her so
Ali
much.
Wong is my spirit animal. Like, I feel like a lot of the person that I am today came from Ali Wong. And, like, all of my stage and camera presence is just from Ali Wong. It's like,
Good
be
to know.
loud. I got this. Do you volunteer to be in my movie, Ronan? Can you be my movie husband? Or will you be my script supervisor? My friend Ronan...
I haven't seen The Farewell yet, no. Talking to chat.
A
your friend
coworker
Ronan?
of mine have seen it and said it's beautiful, amazing, and just tears constantly.
Orcs make beautiful lovers. I love your name. In one of my campaigns, my character has a crush on a half-orc, but she's not really... Like, she knows that he's of adult age in orc years, but she doesn't understand orc years because she's really dumb, so she hasn't, like, made a move.
Oh my god!
Faye.
Oh my god,
Speaking of campaigns and plots.
Speaking of, like, actual what we're talking about on this stream.
God, I don't even remember. I don't know. You guys got any questions about any of the other clans? Like, you said you wanted to know about Avari lore, and then I think, Meg, you were checking your notes on some stuff.
Yeah, that's as far as I got.
Cool. Well, whatever. It can just be a hangout stream.
I mean, I also feel like some of this stuff, like it's like I don't want to know too much because I want to be surprised. Like, I want to, I feel like I don't necessarily need, like, info dump exposition. Like, I want to be able to, like, ask the characters about it because maybe the characters will lie and then I'll get bad information, and that's, like, how real life works because sometimes you tell people things and they lie.
That's true.
Yeah, so I feel like that's I feel like that is kind of an interesting thing. One thing is so I want to know about the economics of the Avarian because, like, it seems to me like some of the clans are, like, richer and some are not, and, like, are there people who, like, are, like, super wealthy? Are there people who, like, aren't? And, like, where does, like, income inequality come from? Are there enough resources for everybody? Like, how are those resources distributed? Like, do they have the same, like, does like socioeconomic class have the same, like, cultural meaning there as it would in, like, Waterdeep?
No.
Okay.
To that last question.
Okay, that is good to know.
Yeah. I guess one of the reasons why I never thought about it too deeply is because there's no, like, currency, I would say.
Except for twigs. For the coat check girl.
Yeah.
Cloak check girl.
No, those are just donations. Those are just gifts for her.
Okay.
Oh man, that was good.
We're so good.
But there wouldn't have been any of those. But there is, like, definitely resource allocation. So how I see the ranking of the clans is that they all own different parts of the forests, more or less. And so they would draw their resources from that. I kind of see it like a giant Settlers of Catan board where they get those resources in that area.
Okay.
And then there's, like, some trading between the clans as needed. And then the resource allocation between the people in the clans would all be based off of, like, I guess some sort of barter and labor system. So depending on what you're doing, you would receive X amount of support, and otherwise, you know, you go hunt for yourself, you go build your own house, you ask your friends to help you build a house, and it's like, it's kind of like communism.
I was gonna say that's sort of like to each according to his, or from each according to his ability to each according to his need.
Yeah.
But not exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
With, like, a little bit of a hierarchy involved. So that's how I see it. It's pretty vague because I'm bad with numbers and this kind of logical thinking, but that's generally how I would envision it.
Okay. But it's not like a sort of capitalist system where, like, people can become, like, really, really, really wealthy and there's also a lot of, like, actual poverty.
No.
It's more like a socialist kind of system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely very socialist. As you can probably tell from a lot of the Avari, they just, like, don't understand the concept of material goods.
Yeah.
Someone gave you a comfort twig last week.
That is true. That is true. And they just sort of, like, have these cloaks that don't, like I guess, like, for me, I just sort of want to know, like, what is the significance of objects? Because, like, okay, comfort twig, but, like, is that different between the different clans? Like, because obviously, like, somebody likes pretty dresses, so, like, there is some kind of, like, Okay, so it's just Riviere.
I mean, like, I'm sure more than just Riviere likes pretty dresses, but, like, that's very much a Riviere thing.
Right.
Whereas, like, the comfort twig... So, I guess the meaning that is applied to possessions in our current capitalist society is this thing is worth as much as society tells you it's worth. Because, like... This dress is made out of X materials,
Right.
which are worth X, and it's all, like,
Right.
weighed and balanced like that.
Right.
But in Avarian, all of those meanings, it's like everything has personal value. It doesn't have material value.
Oh, so it is. So it's use value as opposed to exchange value.
Yeah.
Okay.
And value is very subjective.
Right. No, I'm literally just using Marxist terms.
Yeah.
As in, like, the exchange value is, like, the sort of monetary value. It's the value under capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, use value is, like, what is the actual value to you in terms of its use, whatever its use is.
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Or its
cool.
meaning or whatever.
Yeah, like its
a
use...
comfort
like,
twig.
exactly.
It's worth a lot.
Exactly. It's worth a lot, like, to you, but it's not necessarily worth a lot, like, to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So that is really interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'll get my dungeon mechanic to write something up about this.
Yeah. I can also lend you some of my grad school readings.
Cool.
You don't want to read them. It's
no.
okay. It's fine. No, I also
you did
don't
not make
and
them
didn't.
sound very appealing.
Libraries. I like libraries.
Cool.
Okay. Yes.
We can do this next part as even like a mini role play if you guys are up for it.
Okay.
But I'm kind of curious about what Zara is going to be doing during this episode where she's not here. So we could say that this is like an hour after you guys watch the glade melt away, and you can be having like a conversation with Harper or just nearby, and like everyone else is kind of giving you your space. But we don't even have to roleplay it, but I would just be curious about what...
So I had an idea actually about that, because I think that Zara is like the newest Avari druid, right? Like she's by far like the newest, and like so I think she actually goes into shock. Like I think they have to sort of carry her off and like hide her in a house because like it's such an affront to the forest. And so I think you know the whole like Obi-Wan Kenobi like sort of having to sit down, like, you know, a million voices suddenly cried out and were suddenly silent kind of thing. I think she has this like almost like this the Force kind of like headache or some kind of like horrific effect, because it's like the forest crying out, and I think that the other Avari druids have been druids long enough to be able to manage that, or to be able to like cope with that sort of psychic damage. I don't know, maybe she goes unconscious from psychic damage.
Wow.
Maybe that is what ends up, and she doesn't have to roll death saves, because please don't make me do that. but maybe she just like faints from like the psychic assault of this on her mind, because she doesn't yet know how to deal with it. And maybe there's also like an alpha implication to that also, maybe like I don't know what this is, so that will have to be up to you in terms of like if it's like an alpha thing or not. But like I think that she just goes into shock and can't handle it and gets overwhelmed.
Interesting.
And basically shuts down.
I could definitely see like Iris Jen like help pull you off of just like to like pull you off and like treat you.
I love how like you're Harper, and I love how instead of like Harper picks up her friend gingerly and like takes it, you're just like, no, Iris Jen's gonna like just like shove you into a corner, just like
Iris Jen would like start like just grab.
That's not very
Zarper
of you, is it?
But then
It's
Harper
okay.
like comes up and picks you up.
It's okay.
and
She doesn't
does,
have to. That's up to you. You decide what Harper does.
Harper would definitely pick you up and make sure that you're comfortable and like, because she doesn't know what's happening either. If that happens, if you go unconscious, like she wants
She would
to
let
take care
Iris
of...
Jen drag you for like 2 feet, and then she'd come to get you.
Both for Iris Jen's sake also, and for mine, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Iris Jen.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Such a good character.
Yeah, I picture her as like 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just like a chibi person.
She's Yoda in my mind.
She is a mix of Yoda and Edna Mode in my mind.
Yes.
Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
Edna Mode.
Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yep. That is who she is. Cool.
Man,
Amazing.
I was at the Tame Impala concert the other day, which is amazing.
I saw it on Instagram.
Definitely
on your
see them
Instagram.
live. I've fucking blew my mind. But it was like this crazy thing because I was like flying on edibles, and then when we were leaving the show, it was so crowded, like, because everyone was just going out of, like, 2 exits, basically. And so we were just, like, shuffling along in this crowd. And I saw this girl in the crowd, and I was like, oh my god, it's Mary Key in her younger days. And I was like, I must remember this moment. Like, I'm gonna forget almost everything else because I'm on edibles, but this moment I will remember. And the next morning I was like, yeah, I remember that girl. And now I have, like, a very clear mental image of her, which was cool. Yeah.
You could do, like, a missed connections thing on Craigslist. Like, hey, you were my D&D character.
You were the personification of a character, I imagine.
Can I just get a selfie?
Can you imagine if somebody, like asked you for a selfie in that context?
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm afraid, but okay.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Oh, I'd do it. 100% I would do it. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe you would just end up in their campaign. Maybe you are the personification of somebody's D&D character.
I probably am.
Probably.
I'm probably the personification of a lot of things.
I don't know what that's trying to imply, but yes, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I embody many concepts.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things of, like, you always put your little bit of yourself into each of your characters because you write so many NPCs. If you just squish all your NPCs together, they're you.
Whoa. That is the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say. Sorry, I just had to add a stream marker for that because that blew my mind.
Oh my god, that's so funny and amazing. And maybe that's why I always play the same character when I play D&D. Actually, I only ever played in 2 campaigns.
But you DM.
Yeah. I do DM.
So, do you have, like, are all your characters
No, they're not.
That'd be wild.
No, oh my god, last night, did you, like, listen to any of, like, the game that I DM'd?
It was hard to. We were both in the same room.
Yeah, no, I ended up with this, like, manic little crab who, like, was supposed to be just, like, a little set piece, but he ended up just being, like, a little crab who was slightly manic, but, like, also maybe, like, the I can't remember which voice I did for the crab. I think it was, oh god, I don't know, what should I say?
I don't know. Say, I'm a manic crab who's maybe not that manic.
Okay, I'm a manic crab who's really not that manic. But I think I might have been a bard once. I had a ukulele, like that ukulele, but I just don't know. But this place is just really strange.
I feel like I bought MDMA off this crab once.
We all bought MDMA off this crab once. The manic crab is actually the personification of the guy that everybody bought MDMA off when I was 19. I didn't actually buy MDMA, and I don't, well, you know what?
It's okay.
According to the Scream, no, it's okay. No, you know what? Professors are people too. We have lives. We don't just sleep under our desks.
We do MDMA. We buy MDMA from creepy crabs. Creepy manic crabs. But she has tenure, so don't ask me.
I don't actually buy MDMA.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I don't actually have tenure, and I was going to be like, oh no!
No, I don't actually buy drugs of any sort. I do not actually purchase any of that, nor do I consume MDMA in any form. Like, at this point in my life, it is just not a thing. I'm too tired. I have 2 young children. My daughter didn't sleep through the night for 4.5 years. It was the worst.
Bye, Madwick. Have another
Bye.
tavern queue before
Tavern
you go.
queue?
Tavern queue. Everyone have a tavern queue.
Do I get a tavern queue?
Yeah. You do.
Okay.
Go into the tavern and type in stream XP on
Okay.
the bot test,
Okay.
and you'll get 500 XP.
Okay, cool. Do we get extra XP because we're in your stream?
I mean, yeah, you could just send it a bunch of times.
Okay.
I guess. I won't give it to you, but you'll feel accomplished. You guys don't get any XP because you don't chat in my server.
No. I should okay, chat. Should we all chat in the tavern?
All the tavern people left already. They had to go to their lives.
Oh, no,
That's why I was giving you a tavern queue. Yo, JC, back me up. And Ronan, if you're still
we're gonna
here.
Miss you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Madwick says yes. Madwick
Okay,
is
we
leaving,
should-
and he
okay.
still says yes.
Okay, so if y'all are leaving, yes, I know, yeah, we should come and talk. We will try. But I feel or sing.
We do have a kazoo zoo.
A kazuzu?
A kazoo zoo. One of our mods is a bird who sings really nicely also. And they also play the kazoo. And so sometimes we have a voice channel with kazoo zoo.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah, birds is the best. They're 10 birds in a trench coat.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I've always wanted to play that character of like the three dwarves in a trench coat. There is like a homebrewed. I've seen it somewhere. It must have been on Tumblr or something. But,
Oh,
like,
that sounds great.
yes.
Like basically the Little Rascals, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great.
Of like they just have to make like extra dexterity checks, and they make any regular dexterity check they make with disadvantage. And
Okay.
yeah, it's
Oh my God.
brilliant.
What are the advantages of being such?
You're three dwarves in a trench coat.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I think
Hello?
I know there is. I'll have to find it and like post it somewhere. Just yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Amazing.
All right. So it is now 10.
So yeah,
It's
I
been
feel
like
like
2.5 hours.
I feel like we've probably like incited a bunch.
Mhm.
That is not a verb. We have provided
Insought?
an insought. We have insought.
Whoa. I kind of like it.
We have insought.
I'm writing it. Okay, so I have 3 notes from tonight's 2.5 hours of streaming.
God.
One is critically hit me, baby, one more time. The other one is
Insider trading.
ha. You win. You win, Jito. I'm stealing it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to give you credit for it. No, just kidding. I will.
Give him credit.
Yes, insider trading. Don't forget to enter our giveaway. Check out. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to Instagram and Twitter. You're gonna comment and tag a friend on our most recent post. And tomorrow at noon, we're gonna announce the winner on our Instagram and our Twitter, and we'll randomly pick someone.
For the really cool Cthulhu Tiki mug that apparently is also a bong.
Yes.
The bong of Cthulhu.
Yes. Someone from the tavern, please give Yoshi the command for doing the stream XP, please, and thank you. Oh wait, I have a keyboard here.
Oh.
Ha, I did it.
That's an excellent hack. Well done.
Yay, having a keyboard.
Hacksaws.
So good episode, guys. Great talks.
Thank
We learned a
you.
lot.
Good talk.
I will maybe see some of you at Gen Con. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to meet up and get a selfie with me, because maybe I'm the personification of your D&D character.
Or maybe you're just cool.
Or
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like you're now like people would want to take a selfie with you. I would
Somebody
take a selfie
in
with
this
you.
stream said that we were a big deal earlier, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say that to everyone now.
Are we a big deal?
We're
Stream?
kind of a
Are we-
big
are we
deal.
kind
There
of-
was
Are we
someone
slightly
else-
big deal?
There was someone else that also said that we inspired them for a new D&D character as well.
Oh,
so
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Also, if you're going to be anywhere near Port Hope on August 17th, come and watch us play a D&D with Ed Greenwood. Because he's going to DM for us. The 3 of us, we're all going to get to play in a game with Ed Greenwood. The actual Ed Greenwood, the literal guy, the actual man who made the Forgotten Realms. And we get to play with him. And if you are there, you get to watch us play with him. And maybe you probably also get to take a selfie with him too, maybe?
And us, maybe?
And us, maybe? Also, everybody, all of us,
Yeah.
/ him.
Hey, did we confirm for that other thing in August that was a big deal?
What, Fan Expo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't
think
think
we're-
we've announced that yet.
Oh, we're also going to be at Fan Expo with Unite the Factions and also at the CNE
Yeah.
on the 18th of
Woo.
August. Because they've asked us to like run tables and like do all kinds of other cool things. So we're going to be at Fan Expo Canada in Toronto, and we're also going to be at the Gaming Garage at the Canadian National Exhibition. So you can go and play D&D and also have all kinds of weird food and not win giant stuffed animals and go on crappy rides.
And selfies with us.
Selfies with us, and you can get stickers.
Yay.
And little trading cards with our drawn faces on it.
Yeah, shout out Manook D&D.
Jesus.
Also in the tavern.
Yay!
Okay, cool. So that is that. And want to do a little outro of your little thing? Everyone looks surprised because my boyfriend just walked in. He lives here, so. Outros. Go.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Megan. Follow me on Twitter, Meg Gibson. I'm also on Instagram at Meg_Gibson1. I'm more active on Twitter though, so join me there.
So don't
Thanks
follow her
for
on Instagram.
thanks for watching.
Cool. I'm Jess, and thank you so much. I love doing this every single time we stream. This is like one of my most favorite things to do. So thank you all. It's all because of you. You can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Jessica Langer. I tried to get my real name. It was taken, and so I was obnoxious and put doctor in front of it because I have a PhD, but who cares? And you can also follow me elsewhere on Instagram at the same @ if you apply to follow me. Really just follow me on Twitter. Twitter is the best. I post most things on Twitter. and also try to win this Cthulhu Tiki Mug Sock.
Yeah, get it.
Get it.
Wait, if no one else enters, can we take it?
No.
Oh.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can Meg have one?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can have one.
I'm gonna make it a bong. I'm gonna make it into a bong.
You
and
are
I'm
gonna
send
make
it
it.
to you.
I do not doubt this at all. I have
so
no doubt
excited.
whatsoever that is gonna happen.
Somebody also win this and try and make it into a bong so we can experiment together. And on that note, my name is Lily. I've been your dungeon host this evening. You can find me on Instagram at justalil.nerd. And you can find all of us again on stream on August 6th. We are going to be streaming weekly in August.
Weekly! And then hopefully like on an ongoing basis after that.
Yeah,
We're just
absolutely.
Gonna be every week a new episode, just like a real actual TV show.
What?
You're gonna have to come up with so much content.
Yeah, so seriously, like, support us on Patreon if you want, because that would be awesome, because we have to come up with so much content and put time into this, and our Patreon is, everything's in the links below. Just, like, check them out if you want. I mean, you know, try not to be, like, passive-aggressive, but I also don't want to be aggressive, so I'm just gonna be passive and just say, whatever, you know, you do you, YOLO.
Yeah, just like Critical Role, yes.
Yeah,
just
we
like
are
Critical
just
Role.
like Critical Role.
Except we don't have a $9 million Kickstarter.
11 million, dude.
11 million.
Wait, what?
It went to 11.
Well,
They turned it all the way up to 11. They turned it to 11. That's a
Bye!
Spinal Tap reference. Oh, okay, bye.
No, I'm
I actually can't end this stream because Meg's closer to the
Oh,
the,
no!
to the mouse.
Okay, I'm gonna break everything.
Are we
Uh,
trapped on the internet forever?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh
Hold
God,
on.
help!
This is the
I'm
longest
working on
outro
it.
ever. Thank you everyone for
It's
watching.
okay.
Here's your last tavern cue. Meg's about to click the button.
What do I
Oh, you press that
Stop
stop streaming
streaming button?
Yeah.
Okay.